The world always changes, but one thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight, fight with honor, because cowards die forgotten, and we wait for you. On the other side.
When will you pass through?
Hello, and welcome to Shadows of Archonia 2, our weekly Worlds Without Number live stream campaign. My name is Steve Boshier, and I will be your game master for the evening.
Woo! Steve! Speech.
And my name's Alan. I'll be playing one of the players on this ship called Eddie Bones. He's many things. Many things.
Yes. Hello, my name is Yuri. I am playing Pirate Admiral Sally One-Eye, the Warrior.
Yo, what's up? I'm Max, and I will be playing Eric Agier and in fact the third Lorian, the Accursed Necromancer.
I am Matt, and I am playing the Little Wizard Fox, Asarius Trufane, also known as Renly Trufane.
Okay, so here's the content warning. Because it's a role-playing game, what you're about to see is going to be almost entirely improv, so we don't know everything we're about to say and do, but Shadows of Archonia is a dark fantasy show intended for adults. You can expect adult language, horror themes, descriptions of brutal violence. We always say sexual content. That's really only happened like once, but it could happen.
So what you're saying is we gotta do it more.
You guys got to get nastier.
Right.
We're teasing the audience.
And other topics of adult age.
I mean, I've been drawing the fan art, but...
You've been drawing the fan art, but you haven't put it up.
Yeah.
If you want to see some of Alan Eddie Bones' God fan art, you guys just got to check out last week's episode because we had a technical difficulty right before the break.
But you did so wonderful editing
thank you.
all of
You
it.
thought?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, the turnaround on your fan art was insane.
It was insane.
So insane.
We didn't know, and I want everyone to understand, we did not know Alan could draw before this.
I'm really rusty.
You're rusty in the way that I'm bad at building ships. Anyway, yeah. So if you don't want to see any of that stuff, find yourself another stream to watch. We won't be mad.
And like Steve mentioned, we're running the amazing Worlds Without Number, a flexible D20 based system made by Kevin Crawford, author of other great role-playing games like Stars Without Number.
Definitely not Steve Crawford.
No, definitely not Steve Crawford. Maybe his distant relative. And Series Without Number. All under Sign Nominee.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
You did it.
So be sure to check him out. He's great. And probably has another book already in production.
He's always doing. No, you know what he's doing now? I think he's reprinting one of them. I forget which one. Maybe that one.
Yes. And the music in our intro is Prepare for Battle by Digital Daydream and Skullbreaker by Fir Tree Audio. Both songs are licensed through motionarray.com.
Bravo.
Thanks.
Steve, back to you.
Yeah. Okay, so in addition to that stuff, many of the digital assets used in the intro animation are licensed from various sources, but the character art itself was done by me in Daz Studio. You can see some of the portraits in front of everybody except me down there, because I'm everybody else. What if I did one for every NPC you've ever met? I'd die.
Wow.
But I
Well, that'd
won't
be cool.
die if you want me to do one for you. Hit me up. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram as Mighty Works Character Portraits, or on ArtStation under my real name, Steve Boshier.
The voices you heard in the intro are none other than our great friends, Carolyn and Joshua, who reprise their characters in the intro.
We're surprised that they're not gone.
They could be.
Who knows? You really surprised me when you looked at me. I thought it was my turn. I was like freaking out.
I was guessing. That was a
Surprise.
guess, and I realized I was wrong by your reaction.
Anyway, if you like our stream and want to hang out with us more, come join our Discord. Whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube right now, you should find a link to our Discord below. We are all in there, along with our regular viewers, and we love talking about our games, other games, and literally
More games.
more games than everything that comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you really like our stream, then come visit us at our merch store at shadowsofarconia.com. You'll find a bunch of Campaign 1 stuff there and Campaign stuff 2 coming soon.
Yeah, and also check us out on YouTube, where you can catch up on all of our previous adventures, including all of season 1. And man, I think that was like 100+ episodes.
Yeah, it was 100 exactly, not
Oh.
counting the half. There was a 77 and a half. I think it was 77 or 73 and a half. But yeah.
So we definitely have quite a backlog for you to check out, which also means
Tales from the Backlog,
Ooh,
which is our other
nice
stream
segue.
on Monday
Yeah.
night. Yeah, that was well done. By the way, I keep meaning to mention to you, you always address the Twitch audience to remind them that there's a YouTube channel, but you forget that you're also addressing the YouTube audience, and you need to tell them that there's a Twitch channel where you can watch us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time, and then Monday nights is Tales from the Backlog at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's the other show. On this show, we sit at a table together in person, and we do ongoing campaigns in Worlds Without Number and Cities Without Number, and sometimes Shadow of the Demon Lord.
and soon to be Cthulhu.
Soon to be Call of Cthulhu. Well, that'll be Monday.
Yeah.
That'll be Monday, though. But anyway, on Monday nights, we do short games in other systems. That's what Tales from the Backlog is. We have just finished up Vaesen, what's that?
How'd it go?
It went really well. It went super well. Thank you for asking. We're one session into Pirate Board, which is being run by Mia, and we have another one of those coming up, followed by something called Dot Dungeon Remastered, which I haven't even looked at yet, but Jason really wants to run it, so we're going to play that. And then after that, we're actually going to be doing, for the first time in a long time, a Tales from the Backlog episode from the table here in person, because it's usually remote. And that will be Alan running Call of Cthulhu 7th edition for us. Yeah, hold those up.
Yeah. I got both books.
Oh damn!
Yeah, so that'll be the rare occasion when a Monday night stream is from this room.
It's going to be an insane time.
It's going to be an
Not-
insane
nice.
Not sign nominee
No.
No.
or Stephen Crawford.
Or
It's
whatever.
it's a Chaosium.
Now, if you're watching in Twitch, I'm going to hit you with some things. Here's the Discord link. Here's the merch link. And here is the YouTube link. None of these are working. Just want everyone to know none of those are working.
Oh.
I type it in for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. I set these buttons up the other day. It's not happening, but whatever. We've already told you all those.
Wait, what else is there? Discord and
What? Discord, the merch link, which is shadowsofarconia.com, the YouTube link.
what?
Oh, no, they're
Patreon.
coming through.
Is it
Oh.
Okay, and then
Heyo.
And then Patreon. Patreon, which is patreon.com/shadowsofarconia, and the Throne link. Do Throne.
Oh my god.
And
I gotta
also
check these
do.
buttons. I set these up. I set these up on Wednesday, and they're not working now. I don't know why. I probably need to relink Loop Deck to Twitch. Thank you very much. Matt did that for me. Matt is also Saber Fox. You should plug yourself. You should plug yourself too. These guys have streams.
We do, yes.
These guys have their own
We also stream.
streams. They're both in the recommended, channels of this channel if you're on Twitch. So, that's that. And now we are getting into our game.
Yes.
When last we left off, after an interesting ordeal, traveling the high seas with the goddess of death, one of three, she's part of a trinity, but the youngest one, the coolest one, really. Our players, our heroes, our whatevers,
I'm like,
our folks found themselves
We're trying.
way down in the land of Darjon Ra, which is the Orc Empire. Now, you had hoped by following this treasure map to Greybeard's treasure that you might avoid any orcish entanglements. That did not happen. When you found the treasure, it proved to be not a huge pile of gold, but in fact, a ship.
Not just a
There you
ship.
go. And as you can sort of see from that camera
That's a
angle,
cool angle, though.
it's much bigger than the 3 ships you already had. In fact, it's probably as big as 2.5 of them put together. And if you need further convincing, they're the only masts that are coming into the camera shot on us. So it's a huge vessel.
that's a
and
big ship.
after slaying many an orc with the help of the goddess of death, which, by the way, I really got to get better at balancing combats for this system, because I put that number of orcs on there without thinking about the fact that she was invincible, and we still came in right on time at the end of the show. So I'll work on that. But you laid waste to the orcs who were in this weird Goonies-esque cave doing something on this ancient pirate ship, which you now know belonged to Greybeard the pirate, who, this is not known far and wide, but you guys have discovered he was an Erman. In fact, far and wide, the existence of Ermin is not known. People don't know that word. But you guys have learned that they exist and that Greybeard was one of them. Now, after all of that, and the placing of the skull of the founder of the universe, Darrow, one of 4, but still, a founder of the universe, and the sword of Greybeard, and the 6 cannons from, not the Venture, but the Queen of Wells, onto this new ship that you found, you activated a magical device which caused the ship to lift up out of the water and not fly anywhere yet, but it has clearly indicated that it is capable of such an act. Your ship can fly. Now, you don't know how to control it, and you know already that some orcs have gotten away. So you don't know how long you have to figure out how to get it out of here. You can see with your naked eyes that the only way the ship could fit out of this cave is by flying straight up. But you don't know how to make it do that. Also, there's this dude here that you left alive for questioning. And just so this is clear, the Death Goddess has departed, leaving Eric Agier with a scar across his face.
Still bleeding. Or, I guess.
You know what? I think she sealed it.
Yeah.
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 If she didn't, I'll just say she did.
Cool.
Beltron.
What's up, Del?
Hey.
We break from our hug. I feel like there's.
We just survived death.
You say that rather excitedly.
What
Sally wanted.
happened to your face?
Well, she was after you, not me.
Yes, that was my bad, and I'm sorry to have put us in danger of that.
You mind telling us what you saw in there?
Somebody who said that I might not have such a happy ending should I continue in this direction, and as a reminder, this.
Is this a new curse?
I don't think it's a curse. At least I don't think so.
Poke at it.
Stop it. Stop it. Still.
Oh, this is fine. Girls dig scars.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, that'll heal quite nicely actually. It'll look good.
Eddie says, if you mind, I can try to heal it for you.
That's fine. It's a good reminder.
So you want to keep it?
Yeah.
He wants to keep it after I told him girls dig scars.
It's not. That's not it at all.
Really? Not just a little bit?
Not at all.
So what?
First of all,
what is the next move here?
Yes.
Because
well,
this,
I feel
this ship can fly.
this ship can fly.
Which we're not quite sure. At this point, I want to take a look to see if there's sort of like a mechanism or like a lever that will take us up and out.
Yeah, I tell Godric to bring in the captive so I can
The
interrogate him.
unconscious orc.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
You guys work on the mechanical side of it. I'm gonna try to figure out the arcane side, and I'm gonna, of course, cast apprehending the arcane form and see what magic I can see.
Okay, yeah, I think you already had that cast, actually.
Did I?
You were seeing the lines from the sword and the skull to the machine.
You're right. I did.
So I will say this. Hey, Fatal, what's up?
Hey, Fatal.
Alien voice mod. Okay, we've got 2 comments now about how our voices sound. Can you turn something off or turn something down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We are having trouble with our soundboard the last 2 weeks. We don't know the source of the issue. Nor have we had time to discover it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just keep talking
Okay.
then. So,
Magic.
you're looking at the magical field. When the machine was fully activated, a magical glow surrounded the entire ship. And that was when it lifted up, and it's kind of hovering in neutral, just above the surface of the water. So at this time, if you guys want to question your captive, you can do so.
Yeah.
I don't see what you're gonna ask him.
Well, I'm gonna cast Ineluctable Shackles of Volition. First, making sure that Godric ties him up properly. And as
Ask him what he knows about the ship, how many orcs there are in this area.
There's probably thousands.
if they know anything about where you're,
You gotta turn the game back on.
If you would please.
baby, question mark? Okay.
The one eye.
One eye, right. Thank you for that. Okay. I wake him up. As Godric steps back, I do look at him, sadly, touching a scar on my face, and just say, "You're dismissed," and let the spell dissipate.
Godric just drops? Okay.
And then turn my eyes to the orc. Hi there. What's your name?
He hasn't woken up yet.
Oh, I slept.
Well,
awake.
yeah, that's right. He was asleep because of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll wake up. And what the rest of you hear is, which, Eric, you actually know the language. So you hear that as well, but you know that it means, who the fuck are you guys?
Your worst nightmare.
Well, I don't know what he's saying.
We're currently workshopping the name, but we are a fleet under.
And you guys hear Eric going,
Yeah, we're a fleet under Captain One Eye. Have you heard the One Eyes before?
no.
Fascinating, because I think either some of your tribes have taken one of them Do you know anything about that? As I'm speaking, casting imperceptible cerebral divulgence just to get a if he doesn't want to respond to me, at least getting a general sense of like.
So that's a
going on
mind
in his
reading
mind.
spell.
Yeah, I have 2 spells currently going up. Control someone to speak to me, and not to attack. And 2, when I'm answering a question, just getting, if he lies to me, to get a general sense of the truth through his mind.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was the first of those? The second one was if he lies to you, get a general sense of the truth. But the first one.
Yeah, the first one is ineluctable shackles of volition to control someone. Yeah,
Okay, so for now, you have control of him, but you're not exactly exercising it. You're just asking a question.
correct. I'm giving him enough free will to lie to me, basically.
Okay.
But just not to attack me.
So you cast that spell after he said that he hadn't heard of the One Eyes.
Right.
But then you said
If there's
someone had one of the orc tribes has stolen a baby.
Correct.
He will say, orcs steal whoever we wish. And when he says that, you know that he is dissembling. He knows what you're talking about.
I look over to you and just nod. Thank you for responding so honestly. Really, it's just speaks a lot to your character.
Do you think I care what you think of my character?
Absolutely not. I don't think that at all. But I just wanted to say it's fascinating to see someone. I mean, there's a lot of stigmas around your people, and I don't want to hold that. So, with that being said, being that you are so gracious with the truth, tell me, how long have you been defending the ship, and do you know how it works in terms of how to fly it? Oh, what you're seeing right now.
He's below decks.
Oh.
You brought him on ship.
We're currently flying.
What?
So I see you don't know anything.
Grach.
Hmm.
I am a soldier. I do not do magic.
Oh, of course, I can completely understand that. And I am Lorien, god of the elves. I know, it's a funny thing, isn't it?
You're not an elf.
No, I'm not.
Eddie interrupts. Is he useful at all?
Not really, but I want to let him go.
Yeah, let him go.
Yes,
He's just gonna get his friends.
we're gonna fly out of here.
You know how to fly this thing?
Wait, you said he knows about my... Wait, how much Orcish does Sally know?
Roll a no check. The higher you roll, the more you understood of this conversation.
Snake guys.
Ah,
Oh, not snake eyes.
I
you get?
rolled an 11.
Okay, I think you didn't understand word for word because you don't have the education in it that Eric has, but you have worked with the orcs
I go-
a lot.
Yeah.
And thank you, Matt. What'd you do?
The next knobs are turned up. Dean had me turn them all down.
Oh, really?
Holy
Thanks,
shit.
Dean.
Thank you,
Can
Dean.
you close that window?
Oh, yes, sorry.
I did that earlier. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Joshua and Fatal. I don't know your real name, Fatal, but thank you.
He's damn name too.
What, Lee? Oh, yeah, that's right. I did know that. Yeah.
Steve's.
Yeah, I met so many people through your stream, I forgot. That one was the Steve. Yeah. So, anyway,
Stephen Crawford.
I'm sorry, where did we leave off? I got distracted.
I know some Orcish,
You
apparently.
know some Orcish. So you got the gist.
I'm like, can you ask him why they took a child of the One Eyes?
Sure. Quick question for you. Why take one of the child of the One Eyes? And by the way, the more you cooperate with us, the more you get your life back. I understand that there's excitement and life to be had, not just war, and I understand you're a warrior and a soldier, but
As he's doing that, I'm like, I step on the guy's hand.
How much are you reading his mind right now? I haven't read the spell that you're using in a while.
so
Surface thoughts?
detect the target's surface thoughts and get answers to questions.
Okay. You know this much then.
Mm-hmm.
Getting his life back is not of interest.
Okay.
Like whether you kill him or not in this interaction is a neutral proposition to him.
Okay.
He doesn't want you to kill him, but he doesn't care if you let him go.
We're wasting our time, kid.
I don't know if I'm wasting my time if I let him go. He knows that I'm Lorien, god of the elves. He might laugh at that, but he'll let other people know.
What is his purpose in kidnapping a child of the One Eyes?
Yes. I do relay that question.
I did not do that.
Oh, not you. But the tribes that you know. You must have heard rumors.
You're not forcing him to speak, right?
I'm forcing him to not attack us, but giving him a free will to lie to us. But in casting the cerebral divulgence, I will still get a target's surface thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so surface thoughts. He didn't do that. He has heard rumors.
He has heard rumors. I don't want to force him to do, out of respect to
I don't think I'm here.
No, out of respect to Sarius, I don't want to force him to tell us the truth. What I do want is for him to take the Lorien name and spread it amongst them.
I slit his throat.
Oh, shit.
Why?
You are going to let a potential source of intelligence go. He knows that our ship can fly,
So what?
and he knows that we're looking for the
Hold
One
on,
Eye.
I want to retcon just a minute to remind Yuri of something. You already know that there were several orcs that have already escaped the cavern.
But they might not have seen the ship fly out.
Yeah,
Wow.
so Sally wouldn't know that. Thank you, Fatal, for the subscription. That's awesome.
Dude, Fatal.
So yeah, you would know that they escaped. You would not know whether they'd seen the ship fire.
But nevertheless, Eddie does agree. He says, I know you're trying your best here, but honestly, this will only bring more trouble to us.
Yeah, Sally still slits his throat.
Okay.
Also, I'm like, well, you could use your little magic fingers and just bring him back.
I'm not.
Little magic fingers.
That just went so
You guys
so
are,
fast.
you know, you complain about what an asshole he is, and then every chance you get.
I like how they all hated me for a minute.
Well, you did destroy the world.
I did destroy the world.
Out of respect for our company, I will not bring him back for fear of bringing in the wrath of the Three Sisters.
This is true.
So,
Oh,
No.
as I slit his throat, I go, please tell the maiden we said hello.
The maiden. Oh, the maiden. Yeah.
Nice.
Took me a minute.
But Eddie's kind of taken back when you say that. So are you not going to be bringing anyone back from now on?
I just storm out.
Wait.
Shit.
Shit. And I look at Sally. It looks like you went through a lot. Meeting God and all. Of death.
Yeah, and that's actually very well put because you guys. Oh, by the way, here's your cup. I added some extra coins to it in
Thank you.
between weeks, but you guys know that in low light,
Cheers.
as kind of everywhere, the worship of the Three Sisters is the biggest and most dominant religion. But in low light, particularly, Eric would have been raised believing heavily in their teachings. And you've seen even that the tattoos on his arms, which you have reason to believe were created by his own subconscious, or at least were shaped by that, are in the shape of ravens, which are the symbol of the goddess of death. So, for Eric, this was meeting God.
Join, welcome to the club.
I'm already out.
I know. He says.
I missed what you said about the magic thing because I was.
We didn't.
Oh, we didn't do it yet? Okay.
We did that because we were doing that.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, we did it, but all I said was that when the machine activated, you saw the glow envelop the whole ship,
So
which doesn't give you new information.
So I can't tell what it is or what the glow is. Okay, no.
So after this happens, Eddie's gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna see how this thing works." So Eddie's gonna go to the contraption where the sword was put in.
Okay.
And are there any knobs or anything on this thing?
No. I'm trying to think if Eddie would have anything in his experience that he could compare this to. I guess so. Eddie, roll. I'm gonna say roll me.
The orc.
Oh.
What skill do you think might apply to this? To
For
understand how this machine-
figuring this thing out?
Yeah. Sail might apply,
Fail.
Notice,
and
maybe?
notice might apply. Basically, you're trying to understand a vehicle.
Notice might be my best shot.
Can I add to that roll because I
feel like
Yeah,
sail.
if the two of you are working together trying to figure this out, go ahead.
so 3 dice.
Convince. You're trying to convince it to work.
So that's
8 there on the die.
8 plus my 1 and intelligence
Yeah.
plus another 1, so 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so that's actually a pretty good roll. With that 10, you suspect that when you look at this machine, you are looking at something comparable to the sail on a regular ship or a horse on a horse-drawn carriage. This is not the steering mechanism, it's the engine. Eddie doesn't know the word engine, probably doesn't have a concept for an engine like in a car, but that's what this is. It's the thing that provides power, not the control source.
Okay, I relayed this back to...
Yeah,
To-
I
Yeah,
think
he's looking with
Sally
you.
gave you help for that, so I think the two of you worked that out together.
But knowing that this somehow gives momentum or something, Eddie will look up around it. Does it lead somewhere, the contraption? Because maybe he's trying to find it where it leads to.
That you don't know, but Asarius
Good horse.
might be able to see that
So I'm up.
because
think-
the connections would be magical.
So I
Okay,
tell
great.
Eddie, let's go upstairs. Maybe there's some sort of thing by the wheel
Yes.
we could take a
That's
look at.
actually where I'm at. I'm kind of over by the edge here, just looking along the edges for ruins or any kind of like. Maybe I'm following one of those trails.
Yeah, the viewers can't see, but he's saying he's on
Okay,
the top deck.
I'm on the top deck.
Oh, I also probably pick up the orc body to throw overboard.
This is the poop deck, right? This
Yes.
Is, yeah. I'm on the poop deck.
Yeah. Okay. So you still have your magical sight on, and I'm just gonna have you roll me a notice check.
Sick. Notice or magic or
Just notice.
okay.
Because your sight is already seeing magical things. So
9 on the dice plus 1,
so that's
11.
fine. That will give you access to the information that Eddie wanted, which is you see that the ship's wheel is, even though the whole ship is enveloped by the magic from the engine downstairs, you see that the ship's wheel is kind of a control source.
Okay, so yeah, I'm following the paths, smoking my pipe as I do it. Where's my pipe?
Oh, I'm sorry, I put it up here.
Okay. Oh, we forgot Asarius too.
Sorry. Oh yeah, the little guy.
I got it.
But no, I got it.
Okay.
So you are. I'm actually going to have you roll me another notice check, which is non-magical, to see if you can figure out how this wheel controls.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask for 8 or higher.
Oop, that's not.
Yeah, that one's cocked.
That's 10 on the dice. So.
Damn.
Okay. So when you look at the wheel, you see that the way it is set into its base is unusual. It seems to have room to move forward and back.
Now, I'm not an engineer or mechanical person, but this seems like...
Yeah. So
And
of course, normally a ship's wheel would only be something that you spin, but this one seems like you could pull or push it.
not knowing how to fly a ship, and I don't think anyone's here yet, right?
Well, I was gonna say, do we arrive?
Random pirates of your crew may be on the deck, but your party members are not here yet.
Okay, well,
Venora's downstairs with you guys.
I'm hyper focused on this trail, and I find it, it leads to the the wheel, and I see that it has this mechanic. So I'm gonna roll a luck to see if I push it down or up.
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Yeah,
A save
go ahead.
or just a straight luck?
It's
It's 50-50 if it's a save.
Whether
Yeah,
it has
go ahead and
power
roll the
steering
save.
or not.
No, whether I go up or down. Okay, we're going up. That's 13. So down would have taken us back into the water.
Oh.
okay. So when you
So-
pull
so
it towards you,
Yeah, you pull it towards you. right?
Yeah.
the front of the ship, the bow of the ship lifts up.
Okay, we all feel that.
Whoa!
All right. Well, then I immediately stop. Okay. All right.
Eddie rushes upstairs.
I think
Yeah.
I think by pushing or pulling this here wheel of your guys', you can change the altitude.
This is so cool, you guys.
Is that the official line of Sally One?
Well, Captain, I guess you should take the wheel.
Oh, glad to. And so I sort of take it and I move it forward.
Nope.
By
No.
moving
Nope.
it forward, the front goes down again, but the back simultaneously comes up. So basically what you've discovered here is if you want to get it out the top, you could just walk it up there. The only way to ever come down would be to go up, point the nose down, and then use the sails to travel down.
Could we point the nose up and use the sails to go up?
Yes, but not inside the cave.
Fair. Yes. Okay.
By the way, you slit the guy's throat. You slit the orc's throat.
Yeah, he did.
I was going to ask.
I mean, she did.
So you're up here with me. You're up here with me. You're in my right
No, he stormed out.
now. How'd the interrogation go?
It went.
The kid's going through a lot. He saw his god. I know how that feels, seeing your god and all.
Yeah.
So it's going to take him a couple days, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll try to talk to him later.
we just met the youngest sister, so I thought we'd say hello and send our regards with a nice little gift.
But let's get out of here.
Right, so I told-
because those orcs could be coming in any second.
Agreed. So I told Venora
How high do you think we can go?
Hoist the sails.
to bring a small prize crew up onto the ship, do a little juggling with our crews.
Oh, yeah, this is important. Are you bringing the whole pirate crew onto this new ship?
They could fit.
Or are you leaving some of them? I'm going to say the minimum... GM confession, I haven't actually looked up stats for this giant ship yet, but the minimum number of crew that you need to run this ship would leave one of your 3 ships unusable.
Yeah, we could always come back for
I
that.
feel like the Harbinger was the weakest, at least.
Because you guys were running understaffed.
We just pulled the cannons off the Venture, right?
Yeah,
I
I
don't know why
would.
there's still 2 on there. There shouldn't be.
There should be
You
no
got 'em.
cannons on
There
this
should
ship.
be no cannons.
So get rid of the Venture? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying that is the only ship we have right now that is not armed.
Which is the most damaged ship right now?
Oh,
None of them are
that's a-
particularly
you know,
damaged.
I don't think any of
The
them.
one
got
that was
damaged.
most damaged was the charter, which you sent off with Maul.
right.
You gave her your worst ship.
So I guess all of them
Okay.
are kind of.
I
think I think maybe this one, since it only has the 2 cannons.
It's all right.
Although that was Greybeard's ship, right?
Well, we have Greybeard ship.
Yeah.
This is the Greybeard ship
Yeah.
that we're on right
Yeah.
So that's interesting. The rumor and the evidence of that notebook Or that you were sailing Greybeard's ship all this time, but now you found this other ship that clearly he took the cannons from. So you're not sure what this means.
We
Good
need
point.
all the help we can get
Good
on this
point.
ship, Captain.
Is the and all these two ships have cannons on them, right?
Yeah,
More
they have-
cannons than the Venture.
They have more cannons than the Venture, because the Venture only had the 6, and you put
Yeah.
all 6 of them onto this new ship, which you have yet to name.
Right. We are moving the crew of the Venture onto our new ship, the Wayfarer.
Oh, really? The Wayfarer.
That's
Nice.
the name.
The
I've
Wayfarer.
just decided on it.
I like that. That was
You're very impulsive.
I am.
Captain Sally One Eye. All right.
We can't call it the Red Fox.
oh, that's also good.
It's
Nah.
mostly black, I'll remind you.
I'm just trying to throw Fox in there. So you don't have to.
When you get a ship, you can call it the Red
Alright.
Fox.
Can I still have a room for a lab?
We got a
Right.
guy on our team who just really likes foxes.
Maybe just a little bit.
Just want everyone to know.
Actually, I tell Green Gertie, who's actually my new bosun, to bring the crew of the Venture on board. We are abandoning the Venture. And
Are we scuttling it?
yes, we're scuttling it.
It's not called the Venture anymore. You just renamed that ship after the Maiden.
You're
you
so
called it the Queen of
impulsive.
Wells. You said you were doing it to honor her. Now you're going to abandon that ship?
Well,
This is
Shit happens.
You want to stay or drink?
So
Shit
this,
happens.
this is one of those things that I, as a GM, say and then realize that after I say it, that I should have saved it and done it as like a gotcha later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to be fair,
as the maiden well knows that
But Venora would have reminded me.
when the time comes, the time comes.
This is holy ground, so therefore the ship should remain in holy ground.
to be
Hey, all things die according to the Maiden.
Oh shit, we should blow up the ship.
Is there a way to attach our two ships together? Like a Voltron?
No!
But can we make that happen with some upgrades?
No!
If we spend the whole entire session.
to be fair, I think a pirate would much rather take a bigger ship and stay with the old ship.
I
No,
agree.
you're right. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just reminding you of commitments that you've made.
Man, we don't have any commitments.
You know what?
Destiny.
And by the way, you've been doing this, so the whole ship is now up above the ground. It's out of the cave.
Right. In honor of the maiden, we won't scuttle the ship.
You won't scuttle the ship.
We won't scuttle the ship.
What if
But
we just leave it here in the cave?
yeah,
Where
I think
this
it's a
one
fair
was.
trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so none
Take
of,
one, leave one.
none of your 3 previous ships are in the cave. They won't fit.
Right,
Remember, you had to walk in.
Oh, that's right.
They're
But yeah, you can certainly leave one.
Outside the cave.
Yeah, you can leave one outside.
All right, up we go.
Right.
Which amounts to, as loyal citizens of the Aquadorian Alliance, I will remind you, amounts to giving a warship to the orcs.
Scuttle it.
or take the cannon.
We are in orc territory right now.
Well, all the cannons are taken, so it's just
Only 2 are-
basically
Well, yeah.
because there were 6 cannons. We put all 6 cannons back over
yeah,
here.
those shouldn't be there.
The orcs probably have ships already.
That's true.
The-
Yeah.
They
Okay.
do have ships already, but a free ship is a free ship. and
Yes,
you're
but
giving
it's a
one.
free unarmed ship, so it's not like we're
That's
giving
true.
them weapons.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, Captain, I think we should leave before they get here.
We sure.
I mean, we are, aren't we? We're pretty high up, actually. Like,
Are
I
we
mean,
actually out of the cave now?
Yes.
Okay.
How much higher can we go?
What? Do we discover how fast this ship? Does it move faster than a regular ship?
You can't possibly know that yet. You
Okay.
have to experiment to find that out.
Unfurl the sails and whatnot.
Right.
I have an idea. I'm going to use my. Sorry, this is for the ship.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast. I can't remember which one it is. It's either Pack of Sea of Stone or the Burrow below. I think it's Pack. It's Pack of Sea of Stone, and I'm going to have some stones kind of out of underneath the what's it called now? Not the Venture.
The Queen
The
of
queen.
Wells.
The queen.
Queen of Wells. Stone come out and sort of hold the ship out of the water, so it's kind of
Basically, just a
Brilliant.
pile of useless wood.
yeah. Well,
Like
I mean,
a
but it's
monument.
It's like a.
It's a monument.
It's
yeah.
a monument now.
It's awesome.
And yeah, as long as the stone is stable, it stays there forever.
By the way, spells in this game, Worlds Without Number, so powerful. first level spells in this game are like 5th level spells in D&D.
Yes.
But the trade-off is you only get like 2 a day.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've worked it out so I have like a maximum of 5 if I play it right.
Yeah, it's rough. Rough on our spellcasters.
Yeah.
But when they hit, they hit. Drew glass cannon.
Put it to the ground.
Yeah. So you guys are up in the air, and did we decide? So obviously you've taken all the crew off of the Queen of Wells
Yes.
and put them on the Wayfarer. You still have the Salt Maiden and the Harbinger.
Sailing orders are to head towards Broken Knee, which is where the charter was supposed to go, right? And we
Yeah.
are, I believe we're not that far from Broken Knee. We're in the middle between Broken Knee and, I forget that
That's
other
right.
place. We're in Broken Knee and Fangmere, right? We're in that little middle area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in the exactly right. You were in the middle area between Broken Knee and Fangmere.
All right. So before that happens, I want to test out how high my ship can go, how fast it can go, and I tell my other 2 ships to make towards Broken Knee.
So here's what you discover. And I'm going to say no roll required because you're spending as much time as you need on discovering this. There is no limit to up and down.
God.
I can't breathe, you guys.
Exactly
the air is
what
getting
happens.
too thin.
That's the limit to up, is when you cease to be able to breathe. And you have to come down again. The speed is the same as a ship in the water, except slightly faster because you are not cutting through the water. You're only
Right.
cutting through the air. So your speed is determined by the wind. Forward momentum. But up and down can be as high as you want. And I'm also going to say this, you start to see really far as you get really high up there. Now you're over the ocean, there is mist, you're not going to see that much, but if you'll check the map, you can see about that,
Oh wow.
which is really far.
Yeah.
I go to the top of the ship and just look out towards where Lowlight is.
Okay, as you can see from what I've done there, Lowlight is just north of your field of vision.
Yeah.
Now, I imagine you are exploring the ship.
I'm very much exploring. I'm looking for a lab.
Is anyone else doing that with him?
I think everybody at one point or the other, depending on how much time we are, will want to. Especially, like, if there's any cargo already in the ship besides the cargo we had to bring aboard from the Queen of Wells.
There's no cargo.
Ammunition.
Some ammunition.
I would like to check out the captain's quarters.
Well,
The
you've
former
got-
chapter's
you've
quarters.
definitely got those. So here's what you find. No cargo, yes ammunition, food stores, and I mean, they're not food.
Yeah.
Right.
Spoiled.
They're beyond spoil at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just rotten, and they've
Yeah.
probably been thrown off by the orcs.
Yeah.
You find there is already a laboratory on this ship.
Whole. So yeah, when I opened that door, I literally dropped my pipe out of my mouth.
In fact, you were rushing to find the source of the magical lines earlier.
Oh,
you,
shit.
You walked through it on your way down.
Oh, I was like too
It's
focused on the
up
ground.
here, yeah.
Okay.
It's up here, and given that you're doing all this experimenting, and this also won't take a roll, you can see 2 things about it. 1, it existed when the ship was new, but 2, it has been in use by orc shamans.
So it's dirty.
It's dirty, and they've been doing stuff. In fact, now I'll have you roll me either a notice or a survive check, whatever's better for you,
Notice for sure.
to figure out what they were doing.
Wow, so they could contaminate the room?
9 on the dice, 10, 11. Notice.
So whoever was in
I'm
here,
getting really good rolls right now. Shit.
based on some of the chemicals they have and the equipment they have in here, whoever was in here knew this ship could fly but didn't know how. And they were under the assumption, which you now know is incorrect, that this laboratory was the source of the ship's ability to fly.
They were trying to copy it or weaponize it.
They were trying to they knew that someone had left a flying ship in their territory and they were trying to figure out how to work it, and they were ignoring the machine downstairs.
Good thing they're not bright.
Yeah. They did some interesting stuff. But they
there's
didn't do
like
that.
weird scratch marks all over some of this, like there's broken beakers. What?
Yeah.
Animals. Just animals.
You, Eddie Bones, said you were exploring the captain's quarters.
The former captain's quarters.
Before I tell Eddie what he says, because I know very much what Eddie finds, what was Eric doing during this time?
Sulking.
Sulking.
Wait,
To be
you
honest-
gave up your captainship of the Harbinger? Or the Salt Maiden?
I have been on the Wayfarer since it's been taken up. Just recently, like coming out after kind of just mindlessly exploring, not looking for anything in particular. Just I think what ends up happening is just he starts to talk to himself or talk to Abe, not in a way that he expects him to like answer back, but just more like mindlessly walking and just
Muttering at him.
Yeah. Nothing in particular, just out of a sense of loneliness and out of a sense of just like I don't fucking know what to do with these powers you gave me if they're only gonna get me in trouble.
Copy that. All right, so now I will address Eddie searching the captain's quarters. You find books. You guys had the captain's log of the Venture, or the Queen of Wells, or the Piss Pot. And
That poor ship, man.
yeah, you had writings in that book from Greybeard.
He could write.
Well, someone may have written for him, you don't know. But you find the rest of Greybeard's logs,
Okay.
including
Ew.
what appeared to be more like diary entries and maps. Please roll me a notice check.
Okay.
Got a little cup holder here.
Yeah, because I tend to
Dice cup.
let this go flying sometimes. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Not bad. You find among his maps one that you don't recognize the geography on it at all until you look really closely. See, what you guys know as the world is the Gray Sea. Right there. But what Eddie finds on the map,
Oh, here's the big reveal.
Stop.
Oh.
The big reveal.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Big reveal at how many minutes? At almost an hour.
There's a huge continent right there.
Oh my god.
yeah, you've never seen this before, none of you. For you guys,
No one sailed that far west?
for you guys, going past Bronze Gate and Mudgate amounted to going
deep.
beyond the known world.
Bravo.
Wow.
This is where we're going next, y'all.
Okay, we can't see the bigger map again.
Yeah, so you guys were trying to get to the old Death Goddess temple, and
Yeah.
all you knew was that it was west past
Well,
the
yeah,
gate.
we knew something was west. Yeah,
You knew it was west past the gates. Now that you have this map,
it could be
there's
anywhere.
no way for you to.
We are charting
Where
new
it is.
seas.
Well, someone charted them. Eddie has a map.
Yeah. So Eddie's like, Eddie is like, this is a big revelation, and I assume I'm the only one in the room right now.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah. So Eddie says, "Oh my god." So this is the entire world here. The,
Silver pieces. It was gold this whole time. Sorry.
so looking close at this map that shows the entire world, is there names on these other locations I've never seen before?
Yes, but you don't read the language.
Oh,
Into one.
can I even make out what the language is?
So,
Like,
Roll me a no check.
okay. Let's see.
I can tell you for free there are not many names. Outside the Gray Sea, there's only a few names.
But 5,000 is way better than 50,000.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
You don't know. But you know someone who might. And he's on that side of the table.
Or him.
One of them.
All right. And is this inside his journal, this map?
No, you found this map in his desk rolled up.
That's rolled up. Okay.
There were other maps, but they're all of stuff you already know.
All right. Well, I pocket this first, and then I pocket the journal. Anything interesting in the journal that I see at first glance? Like,
This is Worlds Without Number by Kevin Crawford.
yeah, what's with that number?
Yeah.
A really good system, by the way.
Really good system. It's a OSR game, but a little bit more complex than some of the others. What were you saying?
Actually, Eddie's just real curious about the journal. He flips through to the last entry. He just wants to see what the last entry said.
Okay. So the last entry is written in a language that you know. It is. I mean, it's common, but it's like an older form of it. Like when you find stuff from the 1700s where the S's look like F's. Like that's kind of what you're dealing with. Like Congress.
Yeah.
Let's Congress together.
Yeah, that's what you're dealing with. You find the last journal entry of Graybeard the Pirate. And it says...
Stop it, weird music.
We're playing a game.
My people think I am bad. They think I have no honor. They not understand. Must hide ship. Must not reveal secret. Disassemble. I make sword. I hide skull. I steal cannon. I build new ship. People think that my ship. I must be pirate. I must attack. Be bad. Or secret. That is what you find.
Yeah, nothing important. Don't worry about it.
Throw it over the
That's
shoulder.
huge. That's huge.
And there's probably more hint to what the secret is, but I have to read more.
You'd
of the
have
book,
to
right?
read more of it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the book. I'm gonna call Sally up. Sally, can you come up here, please?
Sure. I tell the
Just-
first mate to take care of things and head on over. Like, sneaking into my room, Eddie, huh?
And I say, sorry, I just couldn't help myself.
What'd you find?
You're not gonna believe this. And I show you.
Oh, I'll believe a lot.
I do the same thing he did. Like I said, you see this map?
Yeah. Oh,
Well-
charts. Useful.
Yeah. Well, look at this. And then he pushes over, and you see the rest of the map.
My eyes get bigger.
And I say, this is the entire land. Far off through the gates.
I look at him like, Eddie, this is freaking amazing.
Graybeard must have traveled all over this place.
Holy one eye.
Now that's a good catchphrase.
Yeah, that's a good catchphrase.
Like-
By the way, thank you, El Hawk, for coming by again. We remember you from last week. I checked out your channel too. Good stuff.
I say, and I also found his journal.
Oh, what? I can't read. What did it say?
Well, I'm gonna have to read more of it later, but the last entry talked about some sort of secret that he was keeping. And this secret was big enough to abandon the ship and make a whole new one. Because I guess he didn't want the secret to get out. And it probably has to do with something far off past these gates.
Secret?
Yeah.
Maybe treasure?
Maybe treasure, but if it's a treasure that Greybeard didn't want.
Eddie, you know what? I think this is destiny.
Eddie smiles really big when you said that.
Destiny never worked out for anyone.
So yeah, I'm gonna be reading this journal more and try to figure out what's going on. There is, and I show you the map. There is this language I don't really understand. Probably the fox
The smart
guy.
guys.
Probably the fox guy knows this language. So,
I'm really going to have to learn how to read someday.
but
I love that you can't read.
should we call him up here and see what he says?
Hell yeah!
Okay. All right. I do a thing where we telephone across person to person all the way to the bow and be like calling
I'm
to the
And none of the pirates know this, but they're just like, all right, and they just pass it on.
yeah.
you
needed it.
me.
Yeah.
You need it in the captain's quarters.
I'm literally in the middle of the lab, just like crying right now.
When you get the message, you have just discovered a stash of books.
Oh shit. I have so many questions right now. First, do you know the lab cost yet for this lab?
This is the lab you wanted to build.
Well, I wanted.
Such a nice GM.
I need a house to fit a level 3, but I think we could easily fit a level 2 in here.
You can fit a level 4.
Yeah, that's how big this ship is.
But the time cost, I'm not going to cut for you.
Oh no, 8 months.
Yeah.
But I'm
No,
like
you guys spent 22 episodes finding Greybeard's treasure. This is the treasure.
I'm okay. I'm not just crying. Like the fox is just sobbing. Like as much as the fox can sob. Like just this is insane. And then the books on top of it. Anyway, yeah, continue.
So right then you get the message that Eddie needs you.
I need a moment. I just need a moment. Okay.
So do they relay that all the way back up?
I'll come back to these.
Only if you tell them to.
I'll come back to these books.
Relayed, it's like, share your moment. Come on up.
Give me a moment. Tell him I'll be right there. I'll be right there.
He said he'll be somewhere.
I go to the front of the ship because I think like through the
Well,
telephone.
if
I
he
get
needs
the
to take a
location.
shit, he could just go to the front of the ship.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. Look at that.
Okay, while we wait for him, I will discuss with Sally. So, this ship is amazing, but have you figured what we're gonna do once we get close to land and people see us flying in a ship?
Well,
Are we gonna
this
land
is
like
where legends come from, my friend.
you're gonna let them see us fly this ship? I was proposing we just fly during the night, and hopefully.
That's assuming we could see during the night. We have enough lights and the stars are clear.
I mean, what are we gonna hit in the
At this
sky?
point, I walk up. I could see pretty well during the night.
And I say, "Oh, finally you made it."
Yeah, I was
Nice.
busy. We were. Did you know there's a whole lab downstairs?
Did you know there's a whole land past the gates?
And we're like, look!
I knew that, right? At least partially.
You understood that there was a lot of the world outside the Gray Sea, but you've never seen a map.
I've never seen a map, but I knew there was more.
I hang up the map behind me. This is Greybeard's map.
Look at all the lands we could explore.
Assuming he did an accurate representation of all the borders, he's gotten around.
Do you recognize any of these names?
So actually, if I can't read it naturally, I do have a spell that lets me read it.
Okay, I'll tell you what you know naturally.
Great.
This is written in an ancient dialect of Orcish, which you don't speak, but
Nope.
you know Eric does.
Where's Eric?
Fucking around.
No, well,
Wait, who are you?
Crying. He's crying.
Eddie says, like I said, he just met his god. I went through a lot when I met my god.
He met his god?
He is a god. Can
Yes.
gods have gods?
Really complicated.
It's,
The short answer is none of us should have gods.
I think-
But it's a
Hey,
different story.
I have one eye. My family has one eye.
That's different because it's different. Trust me.
Eddie says, I think we should give him some time. He will come to us eventually, or I could go talk to him later.
I I think I should talk to him.
But more,
Have you looked at his new scar yet?
yeah, I told him I could heal it for him, but he said no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
Sally thinks it's freaking cool, so.
But more pressing matters, I want to discuss our travel in the ship. You said, wait, continue what you're gonna say, because
Well,
it made it sound like you don't care if people see us flying in the ship.
Look, we want to be stealthy when we can be stealthy, but I'm going to assume at some point they're going to see our ship. But this is what legends are made for.
Or we could just travel high enough that we're just a little dot in the sky.
Right now,
Exactly.
you have a great opportunity.
Do you know how much land we're gonna be able to cover now?
Think about how we could ambush people that are attacking us. We have the 2 ships, then we swoop down from above.
We could just make holes on the bottom of the ship and shoot cannons down.
But then, how do you land in water?
We'll close the holes.
Aiming might be a little bit difficult, but I like the way you think, Eddie.
Healing that might be a little difficult.
We do need to do some practice shooting
it's fine,
anyway.
it's fine.
One of the pirates is up here. He's. You guys are having this conversation on the.
No, Venora. So.
Well, Venora's back on her own shit.
So
Yeah, but one of the other pirates comes up and he's like, "Captain, why would we cut holes in the ship? We could just drop things off the side."
yeah,
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Eddie's not a sailor. You got to remember that. And we cut holes in the bottom. If we ever land, we're going to see.
But think about how fast a cannon goes when you shoot it down.
I take a big hit on my pipe.
It's probably double the power.
Green Gertie, who's your new bosun after Venora took command of the other ship, comes up and says, "Captain, I'm here to report. 15 of the crew won't come up above decks.
I imagine they are scared of heights.
They are terrified. These are sailors. They're used to climbing in the rigging. They're not known.
I was just going to ask.
But they're the flying thing has them a little on edge.
They should be more afraid of the landing.
Just think that
I'm not going to put it that way to them.
There's so much.
these 15, once we catch up with Venora's and with the Salt Maiden and the Harbinger, can transfer over to the other ship. If they are so cowardly that they are afraid of heights.
I will put it that way to them. And she vanishes to chew out the crew.
I say that.
Physical logistics aside, are we going to find your little one?
Yes, we're heading towards Broken Knee right now.
But do you want us to land the ship during the day, or
Who's plotting this course right now or navigating?
she is?
Well, I gave it to the first mate to take the wheel because I was at the wheel initially. So,
It looked exhausting.
oh, it's so much fun, my friend, my little friends.
I'm just saying, Sally, we've come across an incredible discovery here, and if any of our enemies find out about this ship and what we know, we're going to become enemy number 1, possibly in the entire sea.
If you like, you can have brought your helmsman from the Venture onto the Wayfarer.
Yes, but I assume we're as high as can be right now without choking
Yeah,
on
we probably
air.
went really high. And
I
then
mean,
we
that's
started...
a gradient. You kind of have to decide how lightheaded you want everyone to be.
No. Well, we
I
probably
kind of
went.
like it, honestly.
We probably went pretty high, and then she was like, "We can't breathe," and then we went down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're definitely above the clouds.
You know what? In fact, I would add this to that little story. Eddie Bones was probably the only, well, Eddie Bones and maybe Asarius as well, the only person who understands that the higher up you go, the less air there.
Because I've actually been flying,
Because you've been up mountains.
and I've been flying.
Well, yeah, but you haven't been this high flying.
Yeah.
I would like.
You've only been flying recently, but you've been up mountains many
Yeah,
times, and
yeah.
you know it's hard to breathe up there.
Okay, I have a mechanical question later for you.
Okay, don't forget.
but yes, point taken. We want to be as stealthy as possible.
At least for now, because just think of Eddie's like his curiosity is going crazy right now. He's just saying,
I mean, it's a good card to pull out of your back pocket. If we need to
think
make
about
big.
we're probably gonna be the first ones to actually. Well, I guess number 2, consider Greybeard made this map, but oh my god.
Well, let's We don't even know what's going to be at Broken Knee.
You know what? Sorry. While they're I'm gonna interrupt them. I'm not gonna go find Eric. I'm just going to use an art, and I'm gonna cast Arcane Lexicon, which will allow me to read anything that is not specifically coded.
Okay. It's not coded, but what you are seeing are names of places. And I didn't know you had this ability, so I don't have the
Surprise,
map
motherfucker.
with the words prepped. But
No, you're good. You're good.
but I can tell you the words because I know them. Hold on a second. Here we go.
So my home village is still part of our
Gracie.
original area. Gracie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see the following words: Packstone. These are proper nouns you recognize.
Packstone?
P-A-K stone.
Packstone.
Quellen Law, which is I saw that, which is Quellennlla.
Oh my god.
Word.
I lost it already.
Quirk,
Quirk.
Like Quark.
which has an I and an E in it.
Sure.
Kosh, which K-O-S-J. And I can later on I can show you where on the map these words are.
That's fine.
Vrael, which is
there's more.
V-R-A-E-L. Yeah, so clearly what you're seeing is he has labeled places with their proper names, but there's no further information about them on the map.
Got it.
So Coralus is on there, which is Coral, O-U-S. Darjan Ra is on there, and the Akadori Empire is on there. Herd of the Great Waters.
Damn, that's cool.
Ignos, which is I-G-N-O-S-E.
Ignos.
And Sogthor. You guys don't need to be taking copious notes. It's going to be on the future version of the map now that it's been translated. Sogthor is the last one.
I've had Arcane Lexicon forever, and I just never get to use it. So
Well, you got this map for free out of it. So.
it's great.
Eddie asks, do any of those names seem familiar to you?
Probably not.
I'm going to say roll a no check.
Sure. I've got it around, but I don't know how. Like, a no. Where'd it go? Why am I not seeing it? There it is. 6, 7, 8.
You're looking for Eno?
Roll me a d10, and if you roll a 1, redo it.
Oh my god. 2.
Packstone sounds gnomish.
Packstone. It's a very gnomish term.
Your 8 got you a tiny amount of information about one place.
Yeah.
Packstone was number 2.
Gnome is kind of like what Rinley looks like. I don't know, he's more of a halfling. Yeah.
You guys have heard of gnomes? The gnomes that you know of are slave subjects of Darjan Ra. They are conquered by orcs. But where you see the word Packstone is outside of Darjan Ra.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't have it marked on the map, but I can show you roughly.
Is it this is out of game question. Is it common for most people to travel outside the gates?
No, it's very rarely done. At least you guys kind of all hailed from the eastern side of the Grey Sea. So maybe if you live in Bronze Gate or even Telhaven, maybe, but it's so far away from your homes.
It's an incredible opportunity, Captain.
Yeah, the farthest one of you west would have been Eddie Bones, who's from Yariel right there. And that's still on the eastern half of the Grey Sea. So nobody you know personally has ever been past the gates. But now I was going to show you where Packstone is. So as you can see, Darjan Ra is much bigger as a continent than it was on the smaller version of the map. Packstone is down on the other landmass below Darjan Ra.
Stop that.
I have it marked on the map, but I can't really
They're so
on
huge.
the new version of the
Oh,
map that
damn.
I show you next week, you'll see it.
Dang.
I
Greybeard
stay-
went to all these places.
My instinct is telling me we don't need to go there at the moment.
But I gave you that one because you rolled it randomly.
Yeah.
It's the only word you could sort of recognize what language it might be from.
Yeah.
There's even there's a landmass even further out east.
Yeah, obviously that's the largest landmass. But even some of these smaller landmasses are bigger than the entire.
Is it common knowledge if people know that the planet is round or not?
It is not common knowledge, but it is not unknown. This is something you can figure out with basic science, but most people don't know basic science.
Do people believe if they sell far enough that they're gonna keep selling
2
somewhere,
years
or
or
they're gonna
5.
fall down?
I would say roll a no check. Because the question here is, would Eddie Bones, with his until recently landlocked lifestyle, have any concept of this?
Because I'm wondering what people would usually say to Eddie. Like, 'cause he's probably asked this question. Like, how far can you go?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Can you go down low? All the way to the floor?
How low?
8 on the dice
8,
plus
9, 10.
So yeah, you have heard people say conflicting things, basically. The common belief amongst the landlubbers in your village is that obviously if you were to sail far enough, you'd get to the end of the world. Nobody knows whether you'd fall off or what. It's just like a thing, like grown-ups don't talk about it. It's a thing kids speculate about. But you have also heard people say that no, the world is round. Archonia is round. If you sail far enough, you come back around where you came from. And you don't know who's right.
Okay, well...
This map does not tell you who's right.
Well, yeah, because Eddie kind of gives like a response to Sally, like, wow, I've always been kind of in between whether or not there's an end to the sea, but I guess it just keeps going.
In fact, since you did roll a 10, which is pretty good, there is a third theory you've heard. And I'm blatantly stealing this from Crawford and the Grey Mouser, but the third theory is that it is round, but you're on the inside of the ball. And if you were to look up past the sun far enough, you would see the opposite side of the world.
Damn! That's cool.
Please let this be the case.
So it's like this the land,
No,
and,
'cause then we
and,
can
and
never
the
go to
circle
space.
goes like this.
Yeah, it's just like the world is a sphere, but it's like a bubble in the inside surface of the bubble.
So we're like in the core.
Yeah, like it's just like the Earth is hollow, but you live on the inside, not the outside.
Like a Dyson
That's another
sphere.
theory.
Like a
you've heard.
Dyson
Yeah, like a Dyson sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the vacuum?
So,
It's the one.
Sorry.
Then we'd really be in space.
So you've heard all these theories and
Yeah.
probably some other crazier ones, but that's all you know.
so what do you believe in, Captain? Because I tell you all 3 of these theories, and I'm just like,
Okay, what does Sally know as a sailor, smuggler?
As a sailor and smuggler, Sally knows no more than Eddie Bones does, but as a member of the One-Eyed Family, Sally knows. Well, roll a no check. If you roll high enough, you're going to get more than he would have
I wait to see that.
Thank
because
God.
of your special relationship.
Oh.
I rolled a 6.
6 total?
6 total.
You're pretty sure
Two
that
threes.
the inside of the bubble thing is the right one.
Eddie, I think we're in a bubble.
So when you were a little girl, you asked One Eye what shape the world is. He doesn't know shapes. He told you the world is a ball, and you assumed that means you're on the inside of the ball.
I say, well, we might have to reconsider that because I thought we were just here, but it looks like there's more to it. So,
Yeah, the other side of the ball.
Well,
Oh, you simple.
we might be the first ones to discover what's outside the ball.
You two
Well-
fully know the shape of the world.
Then we would have to
not
continue
a
flying
secret.
up, but as you found out, we couldn't breathe very high
true.
up.
Either
So-
of you could prove it to them in 20
Unless
minutes.
we can figure out how to not.
No,
You know, Asarius has that spell when we could
Let
breathe
them speculate.
underwater.
Cute.
Maybe he could use that spell so we could breathe up in the air and go all the way up.
that was the mechanical
And go
question
outside.
I wanted to
Yeah.
ask. If I
Yeah.
can modify that.
And Eddie goes, "Yeah, maybe."
Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, look at this. I mean, as cool as it is to go to where Greybeard has already explored, I don't think he explored the top of our world.
Do we have a moon?
Or
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah.
werewolves.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Roll me 1d4.
Oh yeah, if we're inside the ball, tell me they're
Four.
inside a ball.
You have 4 moons.
What does she think?
Holy shit!
Cannon.
Fuck. Now I kind of really want to make us.
so
Okay, what
what?
does Sally think of the moon if we're inside the bubble then?
So mechanical question: what happens when if we fly up high enough and Eddie sees all 4 moons at the same time?
He explodes.
Yeah, so that's a fair question. Only the big moon matters. There are 3 small ones.
Oh, okay.
The red moon.
Yeah.
Oh, it took 3 sisters'
I wasn't
mother.
thinking about the werewolves when I said the D4. But no, only the big moon matters for werewolf purposes.
Wow.
What's the exchange rate? It is like 10 gold to
You
1.
think about it.
or
How
10 silver to
exciting
1
would it
gold,
be?
right? Okay.
We could go where no one has gone before.
Just wanted to double check that.
You're right, Captain. This is truly a voyage of destiny.
For the Star Trek reference.
A voyage of destiny. Yeah. We might. Have you considered maybe renaming this ship?
No, we're not naming
Enterprise?
it Destiny.
Enterprise?
We're not naming it the Bone Zone either.
Enterprise?
The Enterprise.
I'm not there. I've actually wandered off, like padded off to the lab again.
This would be like,
like all I wanna be
Enterprise
at right now.
0.0005.
Yeah.
we should name this chick we should name this ship the Discovery. But anyway,
I'm trying to get a rise out of my fellow Star Trek fans. I'm all for it.
We could name it the Discovery.
because we're going to be discovering a lot. But that's up to you, Captain.
I think we should name
Green
it.
Gertie comes back and says, "Hey, Captain, now that we have this incredible super weapon, do you think we might do any pirating?"
I don't see why we even need to anymore.
Well, the crew kind of thinks that
we still need money and food.
money, food, rum.
Exactly.
We can.
I'm gonna need a lot of money. I yell from the hatch from below.
Yeah.
Can you think of the thefts we can do now with a flying ship?
Oh, so many.
We could attack cities.
Well,
We could sack entire cities.
this is
Orc cities.
Orc
Whatever.
cities.
Well, they have. I mean, we could defeat Darjan Ra. We could get paid for that.
or
I like the way you
We can
think, Green
defeat-
Gertie. Why don't you and a bunch of the crew come up with a list of ideas for us to do?
I got 4 of them to come up.
I need
We need money.
roughly 10,000 to 20,000 gold per spell, depending on which spell we're doing. Let's get to work, guys.
oh.
Big grin.
All right. Well, first things first. Let's go save
They're gonna
your.
find you, don't worry.
Let's go save your family member.
So you guys are heading off
Yeah.
to Broken Knee?
But I actually, yes, heading off to Broken Knee, but I do want to check in on my co-captain.
Okay.
I was actually
I
also
thought-
going to send
I'll-
Lenora?
My co-captain, Lorian.
Oh, he's still up here.
Aegir.
Yeah, his ship's without him right now. Yeah, he's up on there. He's up on the crow's
You should
nest.
do it in this one, actually, 'cause that one's unstable.
Yeah.
Just like you.
They're all on
I'll accompany you. Maybe I'll be able to help him out.
Let me put on some way up in the skylights. How about that? That's basically.
Oh shit! I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Ooh.
Whoa.
You're flying on a flying ship as high as it can go while still being able to breathe, and then you climbed onto the crow's nest.
So,
I'm picking at the stones, trying to take them off. And I'm just saying, it's just way more trouble for me to actually be what you have me being. Why not? I don't know. Like maybe I should just convince people or force people to be Lorian followers to get that, and then I won't need you anymore.
Eddie
Sorry.
I don't know how you guys gonna go up there. But
I'm climbing up
Okay.
the rigging.
I was gonna fly up there with my
Well,
wings.
you get there first then.
Yeah.
As you're flying up there, I'm like, that is so cheating, Eddie Bones.
I'm gonna cast Steps of Air on him and pull him down.
You can.
I can't pull him down unless I cast. I'm gonna cast Steps of Air,
You're gonna waste all those
Oh, fuck yeah.
spells.
I'm not gonna let you guys get to him
We
first.
probably have a couple of days before we have to go to Broken Knee anyway.
Yeah.
The vine one, but I'm gonna restrain the vines to just enough to like kind of push him off.
So
And
you've
then-
cast 2 spells now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, one's an art and one's a spell.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
So
midway
8
up the
ships
rigging, and then I'm like, I'm like, Fox, that's cheating. And couldn't you have done that before I was halfway up?
I mean, technically, you're just kind of floating in the air now. You have to decide to come down. I can't force you down. I can just force you off the.
Eric, you're definitely being fucked with.
Well, not.
I fly further up.
You can fly further up.
You got me off of that.
For a little bit. You have.
Okay. That's all I need to get to a different area.
Okay.
All right, kid.
All right, but
Everyone,
Whatever.
everyone, calm down. Pickle, come on. We need to talk.
Just roll my eyes. Of course he's gonna use that. Of course he's gonna use that. Why wouldn't he say
let's talk it out.
that?
Let's talk it out.
Like you wanted to talk it out when you decided to kill that orc.
I didn't kill it.
I killed him.
You did not stop her.
Wait, you guys killed him?
Yeah, I
we
mean, he
killed
was a potential security risk.
I suppose I'd never imagined an orc would be actually useful in an interrogation, but
I mean, the only use he would be is if Eric wanted to bring him back and pretend to be our spy like he's done in the past with others, but apparently he's made some sort of deal with the Queen of Wells.
Here, I have a proposition.
Even though I think he has a dispensation from
Yes,
this witty one.
Keep just
Wait.
making assumptions about me.
All right, okay, stop.
Keep doing that.
Come down.
But we wouldn't if you
Just
would talk to us.
Pet the fox. You don't even have to talk. Just hang out. No pressure to talk. Just hang out and have some physical company. That's all. We don't need to. If you want to talk, by all means. But
Yeah, we're here for you.
And I hand you a flask of
here
my
for
best
me.
rum.
You're here for me.
Are you coming down?
Yeah, as I'm coming down.
he's just floating down.
Again.
You say you're
Climb
here
down.
for me, right?
I'm here for you.
The fact that I hired the 2 of you fucks to help me out.
Hey,
Not for
what the fuck
me.
is wrong with you, Green Gertie?
And
I just look at her, shut the fuck up, casting
Were we really hired?
Oh my god.
Shackles of Volition, and say, go away.
Okay, she starts to walk the plank.
Counterspell before she jumps off.
Ah!
Why? Apparently death is what we do now. Just killing whoever the fuck.
God, I'm using up spells like crazy right now.
We did not kill our members of our crew. We killed threats.
yes.
We were protecting our crew and our safety.
How about this? Me being who I am
What
gets
was-
us in trouble, right? How about me not being who I am is awesome, but rather building up followers so I can use some other fucking shit that I have that I don't even know. This is what I tried to do, and yet you made a decision.
Wait. You want followers? Why do
Sure.
you want followers? I thought you didn't even like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you. This is like completely different than how you were like a week ago.
Are you at least petting him?
I'm not.
Oh.
It's like,
He's trying really hard.
if you don't mind,
Please roll a magic check.
I don't automatically pass the counterspell.
6.
But
6.
I didn't want Gertie to die, so you're fine.
yeah.
6. Okay. There is a pulsing sensation that only you detect. The kind of like when you stand up too fast, but more brainy than that.
I put my hand up against the rail. Sorry. Headache. It's been a long day.
I hand you a flask of rum.
I don't want.
Are you sure it's my pity? We're sailors, man.
Has it not been pity out of you?
No.
Oh, it's what it's felt
Why
like.
would I pity you? You're an asshole, but you're our asshole, I guess.
Yeah, we've been traveling for a long time, kid.
Yeah, too fucking long. Too fucking long. And yet my city still remains the way that it is.
And yet you're still the same person you were to begin with.
No,
You would say that.
he said he wanted orcish followers.
No.
You said you wanted a whole undead army.
What's really troubling you?
I take a sip of my rum. Well, if he's not drinking it.
Same.
It's the fact that we're not going back to Lowlight. And I know this. Your eyes are set elsewhere. I will help as much as I can, but eventually I'm going to have to go back. Eventually I, whether alone or with you, or I don't know what it has to be, I will have to go back.
The plan was to find your forgotten temple that was to the west, right?
I don't know if that even matters anymore.
Yeah, we've learned that might have changed, but continue.
We'll continue to do what it is that we're doing, helping out your family. Sure.
I don't see why we can't stop by Lowlight and help you out and then continue on our way.
Continue on our way. What is that for you?
And I pull out the chart. Did you see this? Look, Eric Agier. Look how big the world is.
My heart just sinks looking at that and just say, well, just
Yeah,
like I said.
I actually want to just highlight probably what you notice about that. So, this is the world as it's shown on that map.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Gray Sea. That is what you are king of.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
look
a
at the
big-
stories and the knowledge you could bring back to your people.
It's a big.
What a better ruler you would be. And I go and I grin at you.
Yeah.
I'm really excited
Doesn't-
about this map.
doesn't-
But I'm not just a ruler, right? I'm a god.
Well, didn't seem like you really wanted to be a god.
I'd like everyone to please roll a no check.
I
We need someone to hit an 11.
I say.
Except you.
mean, oh no, shit.
I rolled an 8. Or is this? Yeah, that's an 8.
6, 7, 8, 9.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nobody gets it.
But
We can spend some coins on it if it's that important.
But, so what matters? Do you want to be a god? And I look over the map. Or do you want to be king of your island? A god king of your island?
I want to respect where I came from. I
mean, you don't have to figure out all... You don't have to figure
No, but I
it
do-
all out
I
right
do
now, though, kid.
do though. It's a thing.
You still have some time.
yeah, we're gonna be.
I have time, sure.
I mean, don't you live forever as a god?
I don't. Lorien does.
He's not wrong.
And I go back behind them.
My life is finite as Anon, as Eric. But as Lorien, yes, I can continue to go on. And what will most likely happen is I will continue to forget who the fuck I am. I don't even know my past lives. I don't even know who I am.
Do they matter?
Don't they?
I was about to say.
I thought they did for a minute.
And he says, with all due respect, isn't what truly matters what's happening right now? Why does the past matter so much to you? We should just look on towards the future.
Well, I mean, not the past, the immediate past, like what brought you here, but I mean, you mentioned past lives. I mean,
So what you're saying is me destroying the entire planet doesn't matter to you guys anymore.
Technically, no.
Or what happened
well,
with
that's still
Lowlight.
important. Are you still planning on destroying the entire
No,
planet?
no.
Then see, yeah.
I'm just telling you that
I mean, the slavery is still a bit of a.
we're on
shack
this
where I don't have
we're
a
on
keyboard
this
yet.
flying ship for a reason. And I know today's been a big day. I know I had the same experience when I saw my God.
We did not have the same experience. I just want you to know this right now. Your God, great. The God that I grew up with, the gods that I grew up with, mostly out of fear. What I'm just finding out, I'm literally a nobody in this pantheon that exists. My people, if you don't remember, let me remind you. We saw the elves, the slaves, lost.
You freed the elves.
I freed a single one, and I didn't even want to. How pathetic that that's how we think of elves these days. How pathetic that you think the past does not matter, so much so that his shit still needs to be resolved. I'm sorry, but
No, you're not wrong.
yeah.
I'm here because of that.
The mages of Lowlight killed the person that I grew up with, my father. So you want me to just shrug that off and continue on and exist right here, right now, just forgetting everything just in favor for the now.
Oh no, I didn't say that.
There's a couple of mages too I specifically wanted to deal with.
Yeah. Well, do you have a plan now that we have this amazing, awesome ship we could use? We could really fuck some things up.
I'm gonna have you roll a magic check versus a prey check. Right here.
Magic, 7, 9, 10. Just pray. It's gonna be 5.
So, what happens with that is that logic sort of intrudes on your emotional state here.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently raging at your companions for not going to save your city. This is the very first time you have ever mentioned doing that with them.
Yeah.
And that penny drops for you right now. That you've literally never asked them to do that before.
I'm still letting them talk.
So
Yeah.
Eddie's kind of reeling, especially after you said that we didn't have the same experience. And I say,
And while he's still ruling, I'm like, well, I just found out you were like the king of some place. I just thought you were a hoity-toity noble on some sort of vision quest. Or pride quest, I'm only a simple girl from a fishing village. What do I know?
Not much.
But I do know this. We have this amazing fucking ship. And if you have a plan to get your city or your land back, we could probably, I don't know. I think the crew wouldn't mind shooting these cannons.
I don't want to destroy Lowlight. This
Darn.
will destroy
Some mages?
the stacks. If we open fire,
Sadly, one eye.
so Eddie says, what's really important to you right now? At this moment? Like, what's really important? Because I'm trying to figure out what's really going on in that head of yours. Because I feel like every
It's
time
shame.
I talk to you, it's always another complication. Whether you're sad, whether you're angry, whether you think you're a god or not, or whether you think you should revenge. Frankly, I don't give a shit. Okay, little kid? We all have our own shit we're dealing with, and you're no better than us.
Damn, that's
And my God is better than your God.
Okay, now what I was about to
Shouldn't
say.
you say, isn't your God better than you?
Sally,
Yeah.
I need
That's
something
true.
from you that I've never asked you for
Yeah.
before. A magic check.
Oh.
I only need you to hit a 6.
I have gone silent because this conversation has gone very far from what I've
Okay,
been.
is
Too intense for
is there?
me.
There's a magical effect. I do feel the presence of magic, as one of my foci.
Okay, you can feel it. Doesn't change anything. Still need a magic check.
While she's doing that,
I rolled a 5 minus a 1 since I have nothing in magic. I rolled a 4.
Okay, you only needed a 6.
Uh,
You didn't get it.
when I had my my arcane on, my arcane eyes, could I tell if the wood of this ship would be immune to decree of lignis dissolution?
It is. Because at least
figured it was,
at least
yeah.
bare minimum while it's flying.
Yeah.
Because that spell only affects unenchanted organic material.
Yeah.
So while it's flying, at least while it's in the water, you're not sure. Sally, you see, you detect, I guess, you sense that something magical has reached out for you, but it missed.
She's got the like dandruff.
Oh, but you know what? Does that mean I can add a +2? But it's only to saving rolls.
It's not a saving throw.
So,
Okay.
You're right. We all have different things going on.
Like, that's weird. I got a little shiver.
And here's the thing. I asked you to accompany me.
yeah. And what has changed?
I, out of the goodness of my heart,
You owe me a lot of money, by the way.
I, out of the goodness of my heart, decided to be here. You want your money? Look at this fucking ship. There's your money. Our debt is cleared. Your debt to me is not. What I need from you two...
No, I don't think that's how this works.
No, it's exactly how it works, because I asked you to follow me westward to find a temple. We have not done that. Rather, sailing eastward, and now we're helping your family. Helping her family. Yes, we have shit to do. You have individual shit. You gave me your shit. I'm currently helping her out, and I have been accompanying this fucker since really my beginning.
Your
So-
God is really better than him.
Yeah.
But my question to you, what have you done for me? Really, what have you done for me? Because I have accompanied you through and through.
You see that ground you're standing on? You're still standing, kid. And that's because of us.
It's a deck. It's not really the ground,
Yeah.
but still.
You're still here. And that deserves...
And that's my point. That I'm still here.
And yeah.
Asarius.
Yep.
I imagine in your current frame of mind, you're not going to bring this up. But you paid the money to hire Eddie and Sally.
Yeah. I'm also not. I'm almost debating just excommunicating them from this conversation. Honestly, I'm just.
Yeah, like...
I'm letting it. I'm seeing where it goes, because I know this kid. He has spoken to me in ways he didn't even realize he was opening up to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is a side of him I have not seen in a long time. I haven't seen this side since his father died, basically. But I also understand the rage and the anger and the confusion and the doubt and the shame, and I feel like, and the reason why I'm staying silent, this is all going through my head, is because I feel like you just need to get it out.
Yeah.
And before we go to break, I'm going to ask for a magic check from Eric and Eddie.
Really like this magic check thing you're doing,
There's a
Steve.
lot going on today.
There's a lot going on.
It's a 12 for me.
Copy that.
No. I got...
I rolled a 1.
See.
I rolled a 1 too.
Alan just quit. He's like, I'm done.
I got, so I guess it's a 3 altogether.
Then you're fine. You need to make a con save.
Ooh.
That's D20.
Oh yeah.
Wait. You and all allies within 20 feet
Not
of me get a
physical
plus
saves, it's
2.
called in the system.
+2.
Yeah.
The physical saves?
It's
Magical effects.
magical effects.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it for this one. Get a plus 2. 9 plus 2 plus what? So,
No, he's got it.
or,
My physical?
yeah.
So it's 9.
So now you beat it on the dice anyway. All right. You, out of nowhere, in the middle of this conversation, feel an incredible pulse of primal energy, and you just barely get yourself under control. Thank God you're wearing that silver bracelet. You almost change. You almost lose control and go feral for no reason.
Oh, that's amazing.
You feel it too,
Yeah.
but you are more attuned to the natural world because of your godly identity, and you are able to sort of bat it aside easily. With your higher magic check, you know that some sort of pulse of primal lycanthropic energy has filled the air. And as you process that without understanding why, you all come into sight of the city of Broken Knee. And that is where we're going to be.
Ooh. What have we done for you lately, huh,
Damn.
kid?
10 minutes, everyone. We'll see you then.
10 minutes.
I was just.
Welcome back to
Cheers.
Fuzzy Hunt.
Hello.
2024. That's not what this is. This is Worlds Without Number, Shadows of Archonia, Campaign 2. You guys have just come into sight. This is the wrong music. You guys have just come into sight of the city of Broken Knee. It's barely a city by human standards. It's a collection of wooden buildings, which look like they'd be knocked down the first time a hurricane comes through. Yeah, I'll do this.
This is why we were talking.
While you were talking, and then you two were hit by a sort of lycanthropic pulse, which you both successfully resisted, right before the town came into view.
I look to you. Are you okay?
Oh, not necessarily. Eddie kind of like rubs his face and he says, I was close. I almost went off on you. And you almost went off on me.
Not almost.
From where I'm standing, you guys have been going off on each other for the last 5 minutes.
No, I mean off.
There was a pulse, something. I'm not sure what it was. Lycanthropic in nature.
Yeah, your spell would have expired by now, so you didn't see it.
Oh, is that what I felt?
You were not targeted by it, so you didn't detect it.
Have I felt this kind of pulse before, ever?
No, except in the sense that you knew what it would have done to you. Like, you felt what its effects were.
And he says, that was a new one.
Yeah. We can circle back to this conversation later. Not to say I'm not thankful for the times that you have saved myself, or even Sarius here. Because I am grateful for that. I am just so confused about who I am. And I am hurt and being pulled in different directions, and I don't know where to go. You asked me what I care about? Too many things. Logically, I'm confused. That's what it is.
Well, we're just as confused. So please try not to attack us, the only people who are willing to help you.
Asarius.
Yep.
Roll me a... You're gonna have to call this a notice check.
You would.
I am.
No, it's fine. I actually have
And-
one.
I know I keep saying to you
7,
that
8.
I feel
9.
you and I know what you've been going through, and that's only because literally we have the same curse, and we both literally met gods, and we both literally survived all this.
Sure, we might have gone through the same experiences, but we are on different sides of this coin.
I was gonna say he's definitely got the bad end of all of those experiences.
You passed your check.
Well, it hasn't been
Great.
all flowers for me either.
Your notice check tells you it was to notice what Eddie meant by we almost went off on each other.
I'm in a weird primal like way. I feel like I smelled it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I sensed it.
I mean, mechanically you didn't, but you know how this has been working,
Yeah.
and
Don't
them
forget,
just
I'm an animal too.
yeah, them just getting mad and losing it on each other in the middle of in broad daylight is not a thing that happens. So, if you wanted to investigate
For him. Not,
well,
little
you
less
know
for him.
less about him,
Yeah.
his version of the curse, but yeah, if you wanted to investigate that, you definitely have the impetus to do so.
I will say I feel the presence of the use of magic within 20 feet of me, but I can't discern details about the specific source. So I figure since we're in a magic ship, I'm
Well-
just feeling the magic of the ship.
Yeah, that is more than 20 feet from you if you're on the upper deck. So, the pulse that they felt originated from outside that range, so you can't tell.
Well, in that case, while they're still discussing their situations here, their perspectives, I guess I'll burn another spell and I'll refresh my apprehending the arcane form and see if there was a magical reason for that.
Can you read that spell to me?
Yes.
Apprehending the con.
Oop, it's in a binder. Nope, it's in a folder.
I get manila folders, man.
They're not bound. They're unbound pages.
Yeah.
Wow, also seeing in the dark. That's cool.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I have it right here.
See magic for 15 minutes per level, while also seeing in the dark.
The
let me-
mage opens up their mind to the presence of occult energies for 15 minutes per character level. They are capable of seeing active magical effects, curses, enchantments, or other dweomers as colored auras or patterns of light. They may identify magical items or get a one-sentence description of their purpose or more significant powers, and may get more sophisticated answers with successful wisdom magic skill checks at difficulties of 8 or more, depending on the subtlety of the enchantment. There's more.
Yeah, no, you're good. The main thing I was listening for is I didn't hear a range, which I interpret to mean that as far as your eyes can see, you will see these magical
Yes. I always, for some reason, I always pictured it as eyes. I could flavor it as ears because.
Yeah, well, this is the first time range has been super relevant to it.
So
when
90
you-
minutes from now, I could see.
Yeah, when you cast that spell, you see. I would say you see it at well, let me ask you this. This is kind of a you question. What color or color pattern would Asarius associate with primal instinct?
I mean, instinctually, I went blood red.
Oh,
Okay,
I love that.
I will flavor that as you may see other things that are red, but in this case, you instinctively know that it is blood red.
Yes. Exactly.
And
Because fire would be more red.
yeah.
Orange.
There is
Or blue
a
fire.
building in that city ahead that is absolutely humming with this red primal energy. And there are waves of it being sent out.
Interesting. Yeah.
And
So
I'll add to that just a
continue.
little bit.
Yeah.
You can see that it's not exactly the same color, almost like the least amount of difference in shades of color that your eye could detect. That's how different it is from the curse that's upon Eddie Bones.
So, anyone who is looking will see Asarius' nose like wrinkle all of a sudden, like he senses something or smells something, even though he doesn't literally smell it.
¿Qué pasó? What's going on?
I don't think.
Low lightium.
I don't. If you guys don't mind taking a pause for a second, I don't want to.
A pause.
I mean,
pause is
if he doesn't mind taking a pause.
I don't. Well, no. Listen, I don't want
There's
to.
no need for that.
Listen, your all of your emotions are valid, and I don't want to belittle any of them. But right now, you are being affected by something else. I'm sensing, like almost a primal magic influencing you, and it seems to originate from that tower. You said tower, right?
Building.
Building. It's originating from that building right there.
You're so far away that your point is extremely vague, and you can't.
Do we even know this is the city of Broken Knee?
Yes, you
Uh,
have maps.
You have I can only see a direction, a bearing. But you have an eyeglass, right? You might be able to see the actual building.
I hand it to you to Renly.
No. You look. I don't need the heading.
Okay.
You need it. So start from that little treetop right there and go 13 degrees roughly to the right.
Alright.
You'll see that's our bearing. Right
Steve, I have my spyglass. What do I see in the distance?
Well, you see the city of Broken Knee. You've actually seen it before from about this distance, but not from this elevation.
Cool. Different view from the top.
Yeah, it's an interesting little place. It is ruled by orcs. It's mostly there as a trading hub. Maintained by other races who are enslaved. Gremlins and gnomes mostly. You don't see anything unusual going on.
I'm gonna try something new.
So I relay this.
Yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes and try to focus on. Oh, Lorien is. I mean, nature in a sense. So I'm gonna try to get a sense of what this pulse is.
Please give me a prey check.
I also want to see if I could tug on my bond with one eye.
That's bad. Never mind.
Okay. No, you fucked that up. You got nothing.
Yeah.
You're just busy thinking about ravens and shit.
Word.
Tug on your bond with
Are
one
you
eye.
attracted to her?
Would that be a prey check
That's a
too?
prey check, yeah.
That is. Oh, that's a 3, not an 8, right?
I will give you a free help action.
Okay. So that is an 8.
Free help action means reroll the lower.
Oh, reroll the low one. So that's 3 and 3. Oh, that's a
Dang.
6. Nice.
So what's your total now?
An 8.
8 on a prey check?
Yes, because
Zero modifier?
-1 modifier.
Copy that. Are you adding a wisdom to that?
Sally has no wisdom.
She's really good at killing people, though.
So love Sally One Eye. 8's okay. While you are... What are you doing while you try to do this?
I'm looking at the building, I'm relaying, and I'm like, Dear One Eye, it'd be really good if I knew if the baby was in this tower or not.
Someone grabs the telescope from you and looks. It's Jax.
Oh, hey, cuz.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, you find the baby?
No, did you find the baby? One Eye sent me here. He said you were calling.
This is why I don't pray to One Eye.
What?
We're in the city of Broken Knee. Do you know? So you're still looking for the baby? I thought
We were at sea. We were following the ships. We were trying to figure out.
One Eye.
Why'd you call?
I wanted to know if you were at Broken Knee and if you had found Collie's baby.
Should we be at Broken Knee?
The child's down below.
Are you sure?
Like now 90% sure. I'm fairly sure.
There's been some rumors amongst the orcs that they did take one of our family's children.
Yes.
So
In Broken Knee.
that's the rumor.
One Eye! Heal! And 5 or 10 seconds.
That makes Astarius cringe just a little bit.
Nothing happens. And
Astarius heal.
He's about to take a stab. He's like, oh, wait.
then ahead of you in the city of Broken Knee,
habits.
You see the city sort of there, and then up in the sky to the left, you see like a rending of the air, and a streak of light comes down out of the sky and slams into the city, and there is a massive explosion of debris everywhere.
That's one way to do it.
That's all.
Wait, like it destroys the city?
Nope, just a building. The one you saw.
Wait, was that One Eye?
Presumably.
Could I have counter magic that? Because I can't see the password.
You don't even know what it was.
And One Eye wouldn't have endangered the baby anyway.
That is 100% true.
Yeah, we should full send to that location.
Jax still has the
yeah.
spyglass, and he's like, "Oh, they're riled up now."
I take the spyglass from Jackson, like, oh dear.
There are orcs and goblins and gremlins running all over the city. There's like a fire brigade. There's people screaming. There's someone like trying to get the soldiers out of the barracks. It's a mess.
It's obvious that shriek did not come from us.
It clearly did not come from you.
Well, then maybe we can play off that.
Yes.
Or they might think we were the one who did it.
It did not come from us.
Do they know that?
Well, we're up in the clouds, so. How about this? How about we land and, I don't know, maybe do something a little more different than what we usually do and be stealthy?
No, let's.
Wait, how many humans are in the city, though?
Give me
Do we know that?
Give me a flyover of the fire. I can put it out.
A new streak of light comes down from above and lands on the deck of your ship.
Oh,
and you see One Eye standing there, spear in his right hand, an orc in his left hand, and a baby in the crook of his elbow. And he looks at you and says, "You want this?" Oh.
I'm like, what?
I know you guys like to talk to bad guys.
Yes, good dog. For saving the kid. Bring back to mom. Her mom. Baby's mom.
This is the man puppy.
The pup's mom. Bring back to the pup's mom.
Did you guys see? You stay over there.
One Eye, where did you get the puppy?
From him.
Where was him?
Over there.
In the broken tower?
Yeah, I heard Jax call me, so I came and I saw the, I saw this magic, and then I got the baby.
That is a beautiful pup.
Did you? And I'm like, oh, what a cutie. Colleen did really good on this one, Jax.
Yeah, yeah.
So did you cause the damage down there?
What?
Right.
What's that mean?
Good boy. Good dog. Bring back the puppy to the mom to her mom. Wait, is this a boy or a girl baby?
That so much.
What's that mean?
I want to be called a good dog.
Female baby?
You're a good
Female
dog.
puppy? Male puppy.
Thank you.
You're trying to be a good dog.
I'm trying to be a good dog.
Male.
Oh, Cole, it's so nice to meet you.
What is it?
Puppy's name is Cole.
What's my name?
One Eye.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
Yes.
Okay.
One Eye, take puppy home.
What if someone else wants the puppy?
Who else wants the puppy?
I don't know. What if someone does?
But you're watching over the puppy, right?
I want you two to roll magic checks. Oh, wait, no, not needed. You have apprehend the arcane form still on.
Yep.
When she says watch the puppy,
That's an 11 for me anyway.
great. You notice it too, but you don't see it as clearly as him. You see a streak, a tiny one, come up from behind one, and you actually see his missing eyeball floating in the air. And he uses both eyes to watch the puppy. He keeps one pointed on it, and he says, "Okay, we got it." And he goes.
Okay. And then I turn to the orc. I'm like, so nice to meet you.
Let him go.
It might
Just
work.
drop him off, and that's it.
What?
I would be
Like
happy
means-
to drop him off.
No.
But I would like to know why they took a member of my family first.
Eric, you hear the orc saying, "What the fuck was that?"
That was a mistake your people should not have made. Why did you take the baby?
I
He
translate.
does not speak your language.
I translate.
In my broken orcish, I go,
She does have orc contacts,
You
right?
have eye patch. This is. Are you trying? I assume.
Yeah. Reluctantly, but
Reluctantly. You are. 2 eyes.
One eye.
It's not great. It's not a great translation. Show.
He wants you to show the.
oh. I just point to my patch.
He wants you to show the eye. He wants to know whether you are a true one. Which means you have both eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do it?
No, I'm like, that's not for you to know. Why did you take this baby?
I didn't.
Why did your people take this baby?
What people?
Why were you holding this baby?
I will kill you all. I will eat your skins and wear your stomachs.
I punched
as a
him in the
necklace.
face.
Ugh. Spits out a tooth.
Why did you take a child of the one eye?
You will understand when you are gnawing on the flesh of your enemy.
I
and
stab his
will-
foot. You will answer her, casting my last spell, Ineluctable Shackles of Volition. You will answer her, and you will answer her truly. You did not take the baby. Also, remember this.
Well, I know he already said he didn't take the baby. I want to know why his people took the baby.
Well, you translate that?
Yeah.
They wanted to resume the experiment.
What experiments?
Exactly.
The one eye.
The one eyes?
I'm gonna try this, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but if you would like to live, tell us what you know. What fucking experiments? I'm.
Well, he already has a spell on.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah,
convince
yeah,
him. We learned there is a family of humans infected by dog disease. We weapons.
What? I'm like, Eddie, I think we might know what happened to you.
The one eyes were people with dog in them. We turned that dog into war. We can use it, fight, weaken, act, conquer humans. They don't even know it is us. Potions are effective, spells are not right. We don't control them yet.
Yeah, I'm throwing you off the ship.
I don't care. If I don't die from it, I will come back and eat your livers and your hearts.
I punch you. I'm like, and exactly where are these experiments being taking place?
They don't exist anymore. Your dog broke the building.
Oh, well, he's always been a very good dog. You messed with the wrong family.
I know that.
And I'm like,
And
Jax.
I'm going to kill you.
Right, I slit his throat, and then I asked Jax, I think we could throw this one overboard.
All right.
Another death. Great.
I'm gonna ask everyone to roll a notice check.
And I would say Eddie Bones would probably throw him off too.
Well, I think that's very.
I got 11 on the dice, so
I rolled 9.
12, 13.
What was the notice?
Yeah. Notice with wisdom.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, we've been rolling
Everyone
good
who
tonight.
got above 10, what you notice about this orc is that in the same way as the last orc you questioned was neutral on the question of life or death for himself, this orc was the same way. He did not care at all whether you threw him off this ship. His only concern was what he would do if he survived.
Is this my typical experience with the orcs that I've had with my few contact smuggling?
No, your experience with them, the thing is, you've never been an enemy of theirs before. Your experience with them has been where they are dangerous and unpleasant, but keeping the peace for the sake of the deal. What you're seeing now is how they are with their opponents. They are indifferent to questions of life and death, and they cannot stop imagining all the ways they want to hurt you. That is what you've learned based on these two interactions.
So there are people that don't give a shit about
The peace.
the peace. Great.
And to an extent, this aligns with the sort of Acladorian propaganda that exists about the orcs.
Yeah.
That the Navy is the only thing that keeps them at bay.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that, they would have rolled over Aclador by now.
Eddie says, so these are the ones that meet the curse.
I'm supposed to let the fire keep burning.
Yeah. And to clarify, there is currently, technically, a truce in place between Darjanra and Aclador. They are not at war with you. But you guys sort of have the impression that they would be if they thought they had a chance.
Isn't that their the whole deal with the wolf curse?
How so?
In the way that they're creating the poisons and the potions in order for the Aclador to just kind of like kill itself.
You know what he said, so
Sure.
you can make whatever extrapolations from that you wish. What I've just told you is kind of what you because you guys are all Acladorians.
Yeah.
This is generally the impression you have of Darjanra, that they just suck, and the only reason you're not at war is because they're afraid of your name.
Right, I vote that we don't put out that fire.
I'm okay.
Especially since I believe that was a slave hub.
There's nothing to say that it was a slave hub.
I do a stealth check to stealthily. Actually, I'm gonna do restrained casting, so there's no physical representation of this cast. And then I'm gonna cast Beckon Deluge, and cast a 60-foot by 60-foot square of water above the fire and put it out.
In the city?
Yeah.
Okay, roll the stealth check.
I also cast restrained casting. I used restrained casting and cast this.
What does restrained casting do?
There's no somatic
Okay.
representation of the spell.
Okay, roll the stealth check.
Okay. Okay.
Because there would still be verbal components.
I think it hides that as well. 9 on the dice, but my stealth is terrible. So where the fuck is stealth?
Sneak.
Oh, sneak. That's what we're looking for. I actually have a +1. But that's dexterity, so -1.
Okay, so I'd say that's enough without asking everyone for notice checks. I think that's enough that you can mutter any verbal components under your breath and not do the hand motions
So-
and be fine.
I would try to do it as if when the ship's like kind of moving away, so like no one is really looking back, maybe.
Fair.
That I'll need a luck save for.
Okay.
It's not just these 3 people. There's a
For sure.
ship full of people.
And would the people below us look up if they see a gush of water coming down from
Oh,
the
I don't care
ship?
if they see it.
That could be like rain.
There goes your whole let's be stealthy.
Oh, ooh, I failed that.
Oh, he's.
Okay.
So I failed the luck save. So yeah, I don't care if the people down below see it. I'm more worried about you.
Yeah,
guys
the
seeing it.
people. So it is seen on deck. People are like,
Well, they see it happen. They don't know it came from me.
sure. Yeah, they see that water has appeared over the fire and put it out, and it is called out by.
It's
the
a little
crew.
violent still. That's
Yeah.
a lot of water.
You guys are aware of this. None of you see it with your own two eyes, but the crew points it out. You can look. You can see that it's wet over there. There's steam coming up. The fire's out, and people are telling you that water just appeared and put out the fire.
I look at you.
I just light my pipe and go and start walking below deck.
There's a lot of issues with your crew. I just want you to know.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I think our job here is done. Well, we were supposed to go for this temple. Where do you want to go now, Lorian?
Well, I don't know if we're done here.
Use of the real name, by the way.
Well, since he was so in favor of
I've
getting...
never heard
pushed
anyone
first.
name a god so sarcastically.
Dorian.
No.
I need to talk.
That's for you. Oh, because that's the first thing I've seen you
You need to
do
talk to
with
Aquarius.
100% selfies.
That was an intentional choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to talk to Asarius about all of this. I mean, my knee-jerk reaction is to say, let's go to Low Light. We're already here. It's not that far away. But we'll die. Truly, we'll die.
Let's not do that. I'm not quite ready to meet the Queen of Wells yet.
And yet you
Again.
And you,
However, without a plan in place, we obviously can't shoot cannons and destroy your city.
Out of character, by the way, we totally forgot to pee in that well.
Oh no, Sally's been wanting to pee in the well, but there just hasn't been an opportunity.
Retcon, when you sent your guys to get that orc that was unconscious right there,
We all peed in the
they
well.
reported back that the well was full to the brim with urine.
oh, bleh.
Never mind. The smell was so bad.
Done.
Can I confirm exactly? So the orcs said that they made the wolves because they wanted to unleash an army,
Yes.
right?
But
Weaponize
they
it.
have yet to develop a means to fully control it. What he said at the start was the baby was kidnapped because they wanted to resume the experiments, which implies that this was something
Yeah.
that had been done before but was defunct until now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hi, Jax. Welcome to my flying ship, the Wayfarer."
By the way, what the fuck?
Well, you know how you were so against me going against Greybeard's treasure? Well,
This is the treasure?
wouldn't you think it's a treasure? It's a fucking flying ship!
Listen, I've been on a lot of ships. This is the biggest ship I have ever seen. It would be awesome even if it didn't fly.
True, but it flies.
That's a big ship. Wow. Some big ship.
We also probably have some family things we should probably discuss since the orcs seem to have a hard-on for our family.
Yeah, maybe. I am actually going to put a pin in that, though, and get back to what Alan
Yes.
was trying to ask me.
Well, because right now Eddie's trying to discern in his head that whether or not the orcs were the ones who made up this whole wolf thing, or whether they were copying somebody.
Ah, that is information that you don't 100% know. What you heard him say was that the One-Eyes were targeted because of they were infected by something he called dog energy, right? And that
Goonies.
the orc mystics were attempting to harness this and weaponize it. You also heard him say that they didn't yet have control of it, which implies that it worked to an extent. A weapon was created, but that the orcs didn't control the weapon yet.
Well,
Yeah.
considering that, Eddie Eddie says, I'm gonna have to investigate what's down there. There might be some evidence to help my curse.
With that fire, I doubt it.
And you'd probably be pretty... Well, unless you have that wolf mask of yours.
Wolf mask.
Are you planning to fly down there?
I was planning to.
Okay, we gotta play that out. Go ahead.
Eddie, I can't have you go alone.
And
I'm sorry, who else can fly?
Well, there's not a lot of people down there, like human people,
so we can
Eddie.
make
You'll
headlines.
probably be pretty obvious.
Eddie's gone already.
Eddie
Or at least I can make
dives
it fall
over the side of the
silent.
ship and sprouts his wings and goes down.
I run and jump.
All right,
Okay.
how high are we?
Before I answer that, I'm giving a coin for Eric spending more than half a session arguing about what an asshole everyone is and then jumping off a ship to accompany Eddie into a dangerous situation.
Seriously, MVP right here.
Yes. Are you casting that spell so he can fly?
I'm gonna check something real quick before I do it.
He might be out of spells.
Yeah,
you might have to catch
No,
his
no,
ass.
no. I have a slot.
Well, Asari's is not even where we are. He went back down to his lab.
Okay, so the first question is, did this happen while I was still walking towards my lab?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
second question is elemental.
I would say during the
I need
entire...
to see how long this lasts.
We'll give right to you. We just want to see if Eric's going to die or not.
Well, wouldn't you grab it?
Well, I want to...
Whether you have to
I have
catch
a
him.
question.
Command effort for the scene on turn and the target is visible ally for 1 round per cast level. So for 6 rounds, you are able to fly.
All right.
And I kind of do it over my shoulder and keep walking.
That's hot.
But he probably doesn't have the same
You
flying speed
mean you
as
do
me.
it over someone else's shoulder?
Yeah, sure.
But I don't think he has the same flying speed as me.
No, it's just he doesn't fall
Yeah.
down.
I just,
But I do.
I mean, I
do grin a little bit because
I pencil
crap.
and then
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, 2 people overboard.
So yeah, Eddie flies down there.
And I'm like, well, this takes care of my hairy problem. They didn't even have to walk the plank.
Is for Alan for
Uh,
being patient while he is interrupted 800 times. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, Eddie flies down because he wants to get to the bottom of this.
All right, you arrive just shortly after Eddie. You find the building that was destroyed. What you see when you get there is something, which you now assume was One Eye, impacted this building so hard that it not only left a hole in the wall, it kind of damaged all the other walls just by being in there. However, there is some recognizable stuff to be found in the rubble.
All right.
and it's all wet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's chemicals, but more than chemicals, there are arcane artifacts, spell books, and flayed and tortured animals.
Okay, Eddie starts searching. He's looking anything that can give him more knowledge of this procedure.
can you tell me what you're looking for so I can help as I go into kind of my wolfish form, pull out Renly's dagger and light the sword.
Wait, hold on. I want to know the exact time frame because if I jump off the ship,
You have about 10 seconds before he lands.
10 seconds.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah,
He jumped
barely
Literally
anything.
right after
Yeah.
you. And
So-
what's your fly speed?
My fly speed is double my movement.
Okay, he would have a little more time because it's his thing.
20
Anyway,
seconds.
but same. Yeah.
But he did jump immediately after you. The only difference is how fast you guys are coming down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 20 seconds.
Well, first I want to answer if I found anything within that 20 seconds before he gets to me.
Tell me what you're looking for, specifically.
Well, in that 20 seconds, I'm looking for any kind of information about this ritual.
There are loose papers on a desk that have been, well, they were on a desk, they've been blown off. And you find 3 big leather-bound books.
Okay, I grab one and I start flipping through the pages.
They're not in a language that you know.
Can I discern the language?
You have seen enough by this point in the episode to know that this language is Orcish.
Okay. All right, that's probably when you come in.
You want to tell me what you're looking for so I can help as I am looking around to see if there's anybody like trying to like come after us.
Is there any remnants of this primal energy, since I'm like right there, that could affect me? And I want you to be honest.
No, lie.
I want you to lie.
I can't imagine why I would have lied.
Yeah.
That comment really threw me. No, there's not.
Good.
Here's why. I'll tell you this. The experiment was being conducted on the baby, and the baby has been taken away.
Yeah.
So the experiment is over. So that's that. You don't see anything in the books that you can read. You know it's Orcish. You know Eric can read Orcish. You said something a second ago, didn't you? You
Sure.
asked me a question.
Maybe.
Well, anyway, you can see that Eddie is distraught because he feels like he has steps away to finally figuring out what's going on here, but he can't read this thing.
He can't read it. But you know someone who can, and he sucks, but he's your friend.
Close the sword, pocketing.
I mean, I can too, but I'm not there.
Pocketing the knife.
He's like holding the book and shaking like this.
I revert back to Lorian and just place a hand on your shoulder. I do not think we'll find anything here. I can translate what I can for you.
I'm sorry. Roll me a notice check.
7 on the die. Notice?
Yeah. With intelligence.
That's 9.
You see that he's naked.
He's so naked. But also, while you're speaking and saying that you don't think there's anything here that you can use, you realize that that's not correct. You see the 3 books, you see one of which he's holding, you see the papers that have been knocked off, you see the animals that have been flayed and dismembered.
Yeah.
And you see an arcane artifact sitting on one of the tables inside one of the animals' bodies. It's a crystal. And you know enough to know that its placement indicates that it was significant to the ritual.
I squeeze your shoulder. Take whatever books are not burnt. Carry what you can. We need to head
I
back to the
want
ship.
you to read me this right now.
Right now? There might be orcs, goblins, and whatever
I said right now.
I'm sorry to do this again so immediately.
Yeah.
I'm going to need another notice check. And this time use wisdom, not intelligence.
That's an 8.
Actually, you two. And depending on which of you gets it, I'm going to describe it differently.
Oh, he
So-
10 on the
definitely
die,
You
beat
tell
me.
him
plus wisdom
Uh,
and notice.
wisdom 0, notice is 1.
Okay. So yours was 8.
Yeah, mine was 8.
Mine was 20.
You notice... You would notice different things because of your backgrounds. You would notice people are starting to see you guys in here and are starting to tell each other
Yeah.
that you have come from the sky and are exploring this destroyed building. You would notice only 1 or 2. You wouldn't take notice. You wouldn't understand the significance of they might mob up on us the way he would because he is one of the common people.
Yeah.
You would notice that these are common people. And because of the time you spent with Eric, the real Eric, which is a clarification I make for our viewers, you notice things about the common people that are different from those who rule over them. None of them are orcs. Every one of the common people is an enslaved member of a different race. Gremlins, goblins and gnomes. That's who's noticing you in here right now.
So, arguably, I would say Eddie, even if he notices these other creatures around him, he doesn't really care right now.
Okay.
He's gonna still say to you, read this.
Is this important to you right now?
It's literally my entire being.
Great. I will do this for you. Snatch the book out of your hand, flip through the pages.
It is a record of arcane experiments and how they affected the subject. It details placing the capacitor, the magical capacitor, upon different organs in the magic giver's body, and how that affected the subject. You read enough to understand, and he's reading it out loud, so you as well begin to understand the subject is the baby, and the magic giver is all the animals that they tortured to death trying to empower this baby with this primal energy.
And I say, is there anything in there about reversing the effects?
Not that I could find.
Roll a magic check.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's 10 on the die. You said notice or magic? Magic. Oh, that's going to be a lot more. 13, 14.
Plus intelligence.
14.
Okay, so good stuff. That's enough that you know the answer to this question is a unqualified no. There's nothing about reversing the effects in here. They are still trying to figure out how to cause the effects they want.
Yeah.
But you see enough to understand that these orcs were trying to control the baby for a reason. Their previous attempt involved adults, and it was believed that the reason they failed to control the subjects was because they were adults. If they had taken babies, they maybe could have instilled control from the beginning of the subject's life, and therefore been more successful.
No to your question, but there's a reason for why they chose the baby. Nature versus nurture. Ever heard of that?
This was just the one book, right? There's still multiple books.
There's 2 other books and some loose papers.
I can translate the other ones on the ship. We need to go.
Yeah, there are creatures of various sorts arming themselves on the streets.
He told me about the artifact, right?
Not yet.
No, he has not.
Did I notice the artifact?
No. You wouldn't have the mystical education to notice its importance.
Would I, after traveling with Eric for this long, have any hint of he was keeping something from me?
I keep
Yes.
shit from you all the time.
Yes.
So
You would know, but only so far as what he said already. He's not keeping anything from you in this moment that is more than what he said. He will translate these books for you on the ship. He wants to get the fuck out of here.
but I know he's not telling me everything.
He's telling you everything he currently knows.
About the book that you asked me.
Yeah.
Because I want to...
Well, actually, are you concealing from him what you may have discerned about this baby and its significance to the One Eyes?
Because I would argue that Eddie pushes him on the subject. Explain to me how this ritual works.
To be honest, I don't actually know.
I'm gonna have notice versus connect or whatever you
Sure.
might use in place of deception. Convince.
Yeah.
Notice versus convince.
Oh, okay. Here's where the fun of my arts come in.
Oh, are you going to use an art on this?
Don't you have like the
Wait,
diplomat's grace
before
or
you
something?
do,
If I
Before
fail to
you-
persuade or tempt someone, they must make a mental save or agree with my proposal. Oh, that doesn't really matter.
Before you do, I would just ask, would Eric actually be interested in deceiving him, or does he just not want to deal with it right now?
Honestly, he doesn't want to deal with it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but I rolled.
Notice versus convince. That'll be intelligence for you, wisdom for you.
That's 10 for me.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh shit.
Matched. I'm going to say, just for the sake of moving the story along, you know that he knows more than he's saying, but you also understand why he's not saying it right this second. He is aware that you guys are being surrounded and he wants to get back on the ship to deal with it when you have time.
Let's go back to the ship.
You're in the middle of a hostile city and you are not hidden.
Have you ever seen Black Hawk Down?
If we stay here and I explain every single thing that I fucking know, it will take forever and we will have to fight a whole entire fucking city, just you and I.
You're keeping something from me.
Yes, I am! Let's go!
I hold on to you.
No. Fly yourself. I will be right behind you.
I attempt to grab him.
Opposed exert checks, unless you let him.
I don't. I wolf out.
I will fall too.
Dude, I don't actually know what my strength is with when I'm wolf.
You know what? For now, just add a d6 and take the higher.
Okay.
Add a d6.
Not you, him.
No, I'm whooping out too.
Yeah, but I gave you rules for yours. He doesn't have rules yet.
Oh.
I like to help out.
Sally readies her cannons, by the way.
6, 7,
11.
8, 9, 10.
All right. We'll just. Did you use strength or dex?
I use strength.
Okay. So Eddie, you go to grab him, but he whooped out faster than you, and he just pulls away while you're still trying to get him. But I'm just gonna. This wasn't said, but I'm just gonna add it. You're holding the other two books.
Yeah.
You're holding the one that you were looking
He's
at.
holding the other 2 books.
Yeah. So if you leave right now, you'll have all 3. The loose papers are still there.
Yeah.
One of you is going to have to stop and grab them if you want them.
Fly. I will be right behind you. Yes, I'm keeping something. Yes, you're mad. Yes, you're pissed off. So am I. I am not against you. And my promise to you still holds. I will figure out this shit to help you, to get rid of this curse that you have. That is my promise, and it always has been. Fly.
Tell me, my God.
Fly, you fool!
Tell me, my God.
Truly,
Does a 9 hit either of your armor classes? I know.
No.
that.
No.
A spear whistles between the two of you as you're arguing.
It's like, tell me, my God is better.
Fuck.
Are you fucking serious right now?
I am 100% serious.
Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me? Dios mío. Fine. If that's what your ego wants to hear, your God is better. Fly.
I grab you and I fly.
I push away.
You guys can both go. You've exited the city. It's cool.
I want him to fly first so I can grab the gems, so I can grab the loose notes.
Okay. In that case, I will stick with the exert rules you already used, which yours was higher.
I am right behind you. I promise you. This is you trusting me. Fly.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I can't let this go.
No.
I can't let if Alan can't let this go, I can't let this go. You've got to roll a I'm gonna have Alan, you roll a notice check, and Eric, you roll a convince check. Eddie, roll a notice check versus Eric's.
This is for his own good.
Cut to
This is for his own good, and if he rolls high enough, he will understand
briefly. Cut to Astarius just in the lab starting to clean dishes.
that. Wiping off orc
Oh,
smoke.
are we opposing?
Yeah,
Oh, I see. What am I rolling?
convince. Actually, Alan, you can decide whether yours is notice or connect. And same for you. Convince or connect,
Okay.
whichever's higher.
Or how he wants to do it.
Don't you have a lot of like charisma or something?
I have a lot of charisma, and here's where I'm gonna do it. Snaring speech, because I rolled an 8, and I see your roll. Snaring speech. If I fail to persuade or tempt someone, they must make a mental save or agree with my proposal.
This is GM bullshit, but I'm imposing this because it's come up before. Mind control will not work on fellow PCs.
Okay. Fair.
And there will be, you don't know it yet, but there will be a canon reason why that is.
Fair.
So Eddie says, "You're lying to me. Tell me what you know, or I'm keeping you down here."
My gods, you're insufferable.
So are you. You've been insufferable since the day I met you.
Another spear completely misses both of you.
There is more here, and I don't want it to cloud your judgment. I want a Sirius to look at it first. You're gonna want to keep it and figure it out by yourself. Guess what? We are here for you.
And I'm here for you. So tell me what's going on.
There's a gem, okay? Right over there. You want it? Go get it.
Yeah, you can just
Okay.
grab it. It's right out in the open.
Now fucking
You have to grab
fly.
it out of the body of an animal that you can no longer identify. But
Okay. Eddie
Thank God.
scoops out the gem,
yeah,
and I say,
fox.
No!
"Was this what they used for the ritual?
Yes, give it to me.
You're gonna have to take it from me."
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not fucking kidding you.
Are you
You
getting
do-
those papers? He has the gem. If you get the papers, you can go.
As if you try to get the papers, I'm gonna erase you for it.
So you want to do this all by yourself?
No, I want to make sure that I am being told what's going on here. And I'm gonna figure it out with or without your help.
12.
No, not yet.
More spears coming in.
I think these people suck.
With
Well,
or
so
without
far
me?
it's just gremlins.
Yeah. I should have just let the building on
would've
fire.
thought-
Would have been faster.
I'm going for that paper.
Okay, go for the papers.
I'm gonna go for it.
You are free to leave without him if you want.
Go and fly to the ship. I'm right behind you, like I have said.
All right, I pick up the rest of the papers. Do I see anything else?
No. You have the gem, you have the papers. He has 2 books, you have 1 book.
Oh, and also here, take the fucking books yourself too. Because you want to figure this out by yourself, right?
Because of the time involved in picking up the 2 books, he just threw him rolling another attack. 13 hit either of you?
No.
Okay.
Eddie says to you, "Don't you see what's going on here? Don't you see the real problem?"
You guys still, you have all of the things in your possession. You're still arguing, so I'm rolling another
yeah.
attack.
Well, this is very
Just
important.
keep, at this point, just keep attacking.
Look, the real reason why this is being so hard for both of us is because you fail to even have a shred of confidence in our teamwork.
Am I not down here for you? This is teamwork. You wanted to go alone.
Yes.
You wanted to go alone.
Oh, that hits.
20.
I'm gonna take it.
Why
Okay.
he jumps in front of me?
He said he spoke first. He
Okay.
That's 2 damage.
Okay.
It just cuts you.
Yeah, I mean, I see it and I just take it, grab it, and then chuck it at the person.
It misses completely.
Yeah.
The guy threw it and ran and hid behind something immediately.
I'm telling you, I am here because you wanted to go by yourself. You were going to fucking die by yourself, collecting all this shit by yourself. I am here for you, to defend you,
You guys,
to help
just to
you
clarify,
out.
You guys are both standing on the ground right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the ship. I am right behind you.
In the
This
smoldering
is
ruins.
me being a friend. This is me being your companion.
The disrespect that this whole scene is to the people around you.
It's insane.
Just not concerned.
The fact that they can't hit its 2 standing targets too.
Well, do they even understand them talking? It's another
That's
question.
a 12. I know 13 didn't hit earlier.
Eddie walks up to you, and he says, "All right, then let's make a pact."
What? What pack?
This is a pact between brothers.
Wolf pack.
Wolf pack.
Dumb pack.
Fine.
So Eddie cuts his.
Oh,
his
that's
wrist,
what you mean.
and he says, "Let me see your hand."
Don't you shoot a spit in your hand?
Didn't you just already bite him?
So I cut yours and put it together, and you're gonna feel Eddie shake your hand, but heal both our wounds together at the same time with my magic, and intertwine the blood.
Okay, Eddie Bones, please roll a physical save.
Okay.
Are you trying to become a divine god?
A Brock shield kills you.
19 on the die.
Jeez Louise.
You're fine. You're also fine.
Wait, what? We both die.
Boom! It was all a dream. You're
And
dead.
I say, vow that we work together.
Yes.
I would like a mental save from you.
Oh.
That's,
Oh, wait, that's a D20, yeah?
that's a D20.
For some reason, I want to fail it. I'm gonna roll the one that I usually fail.
20?
19. Fuck!
You've been rolling the same numbers.
Okay, so you don't hear it.
Fuck!
You guys are good. You guys are good.
Yes, as long as you trust me. Give me
more-
the gem.
no- I say, no more secrets.
No more secrets.
Do I feel like he's lying?
No! He hasn't been lying this whole time.
Well, I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't feel that he's lying.
I have not been lying to you. I have been keeping things from you, yes, intentionally, because guess what? Sometimes I don't trust you or Sally.
16?
No.
We're just like,
Dude, what's Sally done?
I feel like they're batting away.
Yeah, they're just
specifically.
they're shoving at you. The attack rolls are going to get higher as
Yeah,
more powerful enemies arrive.
Yeah.
I will not keep things from you. But I need you to fucking trust me. As you're asking me to trust you. So please, for God's sake, give me the fucking gem so I can give it to Asarius. Now for you to keep it.
all right, I'll trade you the gem for the books.
You already have the books.
I know. That's the deal here.
Yes, fine, and I will translate them for you. Thank you. Let's fucking get out of here. And as I've been saying, you first. I'm right behind you.
Very
I feel like
interesting.
that's what keeps
Yeah.
stopping you.
All right. Eddie starts to fly up, but he's eyeing him the whole time
Yeah.
as he's flying up.
Okay, Eddie leaves first.
And I follow him.
You guys arrive back at the ship, miraculously unmolested despite the many spears that are
I mean,
thrown.
they were molested. They were just.
Does anybody
Yeah, that's right,
down
you did
there
take 2
see
damage.
our ship?
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
Does anybody down there see our ship?
Oh yeah, you're very visible. The problem is there's no surface-to-air missiles in this age. So
I mean, to be fair, we did put out their fire.
yeah. But as far as they know, you also caused their fire.
That shit came from another direction. You,
They don't
you
know
said
that.
that.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
But yeah, like 2 things show up in the sky on the same day. They don't think that you're different
Fair,
than
fair,
that
fair.
thing.
So yeah, as soon as Eddie goes back to his ship, he arrives. He gets the 3 books. He goes to your lab, and he puts them on your table, and he just says, "I want these translated, please."
And I follow you down there because I was going to go to Asarius too. I have already told you I would translate those. Asarius, and I flick you the gem. I know it's not what you want. You have other things that you need to do, but I'm asking you, please, for the sake of the promise that we made, Eddie, let's heal him.
Those dishes over there. Can you start cleaning them out?
Yeah.
And you,
Sure.
the dishes, the beakers over there, they have some old meat organs in them that shamans, I don't even know what the fuck they were trying to do with those. Would you mind dumping those outside?
Eddie calms down and he says, "Sure."
Okay.
All right. I start cleaning.
And as soon as they got back on board, Sally's like, "Right, we're heading out of here. Release all the poops. Everyone take a piss overboard. I'm sure the Queen of Wells would love it."
That is exactly what happens. The sailor, not all of them are ready to go right now, but the ones that can do it, they drop it right down on the city of Broken Knee, including Mock.
Oh yeah, Mock's still here. Yeah.
Mock comes to you. He says, "Hey, where you go?"
I went to figure out some shit.
"Oh, is that why? Shit.
Yes, that's
Oh.
why shit.
You take a shit too.
Hey, how come you have wings only sometimes?"
Mock, it's a long story. I'll tell you later.
I know another guy that has wings only sometimes. Sometimes we catch up to him. We're not always supposed to be there. He doesn't like it when we catch up to him.
Oh, that guy.
How does he look like?
Kind of gray skin, white hair, one eye glows bright, other eye not. He has bat wings, but only sometimes.
Oh,
Zaylen.
Yeah, same.
does he see you a lot?
Whenever we can catch him. See, religion say wherever or dar or boy with girl's name in trouble, strongest Erman will save them. Batwing is boy with girl's name. So we have to follow him to try and save him. But problem is he's never in trouble.
Eddie's kind of dumbfounded and he says, "But what? Why follow him if he's not in trouble?"
Religion.
All right, well, I'll let you know if I ever see him.
Okay. Queen Granda, the great issue command is law.
It's a weird law, but I can't say anything about laws.
Well, I have to follow because I'm the strongest Erman.
You know what? You are the strongest.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
that's why you're with
Obviously.
me. That's why you're with
That's
me.
why I follow you, because
Yeah.
I'm the strongest Erman.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know we're getting to the end here, but after you guys help me, after he leaves and you guys help me clean up the
Yeah.
dishes, it's like a moment. It's just a moment of just doing dishes, like
Yeah.
together, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I turn to you guys and I'm like, "Did you guys figure it out?"
I look to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. We're on the same team now. Nothing should ever change that ever again.
I would like to connect.
I'm not good at connecting.
And because of the whole experience they just had, I'm going to give you a free assistance on it.
Great. I do have 0, so that's at least I'm not negative.
Better than nothing.
And 0 on charisma.
I mean,
so
it is,
yeah.
but it's better than less. 7 plus, including your charisma?
No, 7 on the dice. Yeah, charisma 0, connect 0, 7 on the dice.
It's okay. So,
Can I spend a point?
guideline wise, yeah, you could. Guideline wise, I was going to say 8 is something that is easily possible for a trained person. I would say
Coins.
in this area of trying to win people over to a unified cause, you are trained. So you would need an 8.
Yeah, spend the coin.
Sure.
Coin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
This is like, from my perspective, I feel like some guys just need to, fight it out and get it over with. And then I feel like this was the moment where, okay, that's done. Let's work together on something.
And by way of exchange for spending that coin, what you get out of it is, first of all, you two guys begin to understand that you are on the same team.
Yeah.
You have from this point forward, you have a certain level of belief that the other guy is not out to get you. And you will not, obviously play your characters as they would be. This is not a magical effect, but what you understand from the conversation you had and from Asarius's words combined is that this guy is not after you, and he's not going to lie just to fuck you over.
Yeah.
That's what you guys get out of it. And what you get out of it is that little tingle power of gratification that you used to get from getting people to believe what you want them to believe.
Yeah.
That is where we're going to end.
Oh, I have to spin it that way, don't
Damn.
So
Good night, everyone. We'll
Good
see you
night.
next
Good
week.
night.
Good night. Good.